To the Rivero, the extended range sedan. Karma blends supernatural innovation with American ingenuity. We are shaping the future of automotive aspiration. For assigned drivers only. Reserve your Karma at karmaautomotive.com.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
big savings?
Yep, which means...
it's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Tim Cates back inside the Silver and Black Studios. Raiders Game Day Live continues as we lead you up to kickoff from Tampa. It's the Raiders and the Buccaneers here in Week 14. 6 other early games getting ready to kick off in the NFL. In Philadelphia, the 10-2 Eagles play host to the 3-9 Carolina Panthers. Saquon Barkley leads the NFL in rushing, going up against the NFL's worst run defense. In Minneapolis, the Vikings 10-2. They've won 5 in a row. They're playing host to old friend and former quarterback Kirk Cousins. Now at the Atlanta Falcons, they're 6-6. They have lost 3 in a row. During that streak, Kirk Cousins, 0 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. In Nashville, the 3-9 Titans playing host to the 2-10 Jacksonville Jaguars, who have lost 5 in a row, 15 of their last 18 going back to last season. In Miami, the 5-7 Dolphins playing host to the 3-9 New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers turned 41 earlier this week. The Jets, they've lost 8 of their last 9 and have already guaranteed their 9th straight losing season. At MetLife Stadium in New York, the Giants 2-10 overall, winless at home this season. They've now lost 7 in a row, playing host to the New Orleans Saints, who are 4-8. In Pittsburgh, Browns and Steelers, they met 2 weeks ago in a snowy blizzard game in Cleveland. Browns won that game 24-19, just their 3rd win of the season. Last time the Browns swept the season series with Pittsburgh, you got to go back to 1988. College football news off the field. UNLV's Barry Odom reportedly set to take the job at Purdue after a very successful 2 seasons at UNLV, going 19-8 and going to back-to-back Mountain West championship appearances. When we come back out to Raymond James Stadium, Jason and Lincoln with the keys to the game. It's the Raiders and Buccaneers. We're minutes away from kickoff. I'm Tim Cates. You're listening to Raiders Football.
Welcome to the new house of Silver and Black, Jack. Boyd Gaming is now a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And there's one motto: just win, baby. Because with Boyd, every day is game day. And everybody is a fan. Orleans, Suncoast, Fremont, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 800-522-4700.
Las Vegas Raiders fans, if you want to show up big on game day, you need teammates, cheermates, party mates, end zone dance in the living room mates. But most importantly, you need trusted chip and dip mates. So you grab Tostitos, because you know when the team is counting on you to make the big play of the chip and dip game, you go with a guaranteed win. So this season, team up with Tostitos, proud chip and dip partners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raider Nation, JT the Brick here. Pizza Hut's original stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. This OG is topped and stuffed with almost 1 pound of cheese. It's the crust that's been converting crust deniers into crust lovers for over 2 decades. At just $13.99, our large original stuffed is topped with your favorite one topping served with hot, delicious melted cheese on top and inside the crust. Now at all Las Vegas Pizza Hut locations, availability charges and minimums vary. Pizza Hut is a proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raider Nation. Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Las Vegas Raiders to offer you free wings this football season with a promotion called Sacks for Wings. Anytime the Raiders get 2 or more sacks, you win 6 free wings with a $10 minimum spend. Sacks for Wings is valid the following 3 days after each qualifying game at all 10 Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout the greater Las Vegas metro area. Enjoy award-winning wings and every football game all season long at Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud sponsor of the Raiders.
Hey Raiders fans, it's football season. If you're heading to a home game at Allegiant Stadium, let the RTC Game Day Express be your special team standout. Get a direct and easy ride to the Las Vegas Raiders home games from 6 convenient locations around the valley for just $4 round trip. Call an audible and leave the driving to us. Visit rtcsnv.com/Game Day Express for details. That's rtcsnv.com/Game Day Express.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Cannons have been fired. The Buccaneers offense being introduced one by one right in front of us in the near corner of Raymond James Stadium. A Buccaneers flag extending from the 25 all the way across the field. And the Raiders long snapper Jacob Bobenmeyer just got run over by that flag. Jason Horowitz and Lincoln Kennedy, happy to have you back with us here in Tampa, where the Raiders hope to end an 8-game losing streak in maybe as an exciting fashion as the last time the team was here 8 years ago. An overtime walk-off winner, Derek Carr to Seth Roberts. Let's get this week's keys to the game, brought to you by Raiders Sports Water. Hydrate with a superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Show your Raider Nation pride. Get your Raiders Sports Water today. Available at your favorite retailer. Link since the Bucs offense being introduced. Let's go with the Raiders defense. Your keys for that side of the ball.
Raiders defense are going to have to be better in the middle of the field with these tight ends that Tampa Bay has and what what Baker Mayfield likes to look for. So they've got to be on your point and make sure they're really sound. Bucky Irvin, I think, is going to have a big day. They got to tackle him early.
Yeah, Bucky Irvin, the rookie out of Oregon. He is number 4 in the NFL among running backs with at least 75 carries and yards per carry, behind only your perennial Pro Bowlers, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, and then the young Jahmyr Gibbs with the Lions. All right, let's go to the offense. Aiden O'Connell was on point last week. How do they do it again this week?
This is the thing. I think Tampa Bay is going to purposely try to take Brock Bowers out of the equation. So someone else is going to have to rise up. I can see a big game out of Jacoby Myers, or maybe even a big running game if you can make it happen with Cecile McCormick. But it's going to be a try. They're depleted at linebacker in the center of their defense, but they still have a high-pressure package that's going to be coming at them, really going to test these receivers.
Yeah, no question about that. They do have their all-time leading tackler, Levante David, but all their linebackers link in the middle around him, gone, yeah. And so they've elevated guys like Antonio Greer, an undrafted free agent. They've got a guy named Vi Jones, who was an undrafted free agent who's played in a few games this year, but that's it. So they're going to be patching that middle. And to your point, the Raiders' offensive line, Colton Miller, Jordan Meredith, Jackson Powers-Johnson, Dylan Parham, and DJ Glaze. You know, there's been some stability there with those same 5 guys now the last 4 games.
DJ Glaze has been playing well. JPJ, aside from the penalties, has been playing well. This is one of the better offensive lines that they're going to go up against in Tampa Bay. I really have a lot of respect for their offensive group. It would be a great test for them to see how they're going to come out and handle the pressure being on the road.
We will see how that goes. They played well last week in Kansas City. Came up just short. Never got the chance to give Daniel Carlson that last kick to try to win it at Arrowhead. We will see what happens today. It is the Raiders and the Buccaneers. The opening kickoff coming up here in Tampa, Florida on the other side. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Provo, Utah, one way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 1/9/2025 for travel between 12/15/2024 and 2/9/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
How powerful is Cox Fiber?
Powerful enough to stream all my live sports actually live?
Yep.
Powerful enough to share my screen more smoothly?
You got it.
Powerful enough to keep my games online and my squad on top?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
Introducing Cox Fiber, from the company with the fastest download speeds 9 years in a row. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Limited availability in select areas. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply. Analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence in Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix. Fixed median download speed Q2 2016 to Q1 2024.
Go on. Get a little out there. Travel beyond Nevada's neon glow. Drive where the stars sparkle and the desert goes and goes. Visit a world apart. See some funky art. Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart. Go on. Get a little out there. Start planning your trip at travelnevada.com.
You don't do anything halfway, and that should include your credit card. The Wonder Card from Credit One Bank is your play hard travel card. For traveling to Raiders games or anywhere else. The Credit One Bank Wonder Card. Serious rewards for serious fans. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Terms apply.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Las Vegas Raiders football.
We're ready to rock here in Tampa, a place the Raiders have not been very often. Just the second trip here since that matchup in the Super Bowl 22 years ago. Only the fifth matchup of these two teams since that Super Bowl, that 4-year rotation and the 8-year rotation on those road trips. So not very often played. Raiders and Bucs as we go down to the coin toss. Alan Eck, our referee.
Gentlemen, since Las Vegas is the visiting team, they will call the toss. This side is heads. This side is tails. What's your choice? Tails. Tails has been called. Heads. Buccaneers won the toss. Want the ball. Which way are you going to pick? Tampa Bay has won the toss and will receive the opening kickoff. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, so that is a little bit different than what a lot of teams around the league do. They know their offense is what is the strength of this team. The Buccaneers offense, fifth in the league at 28 a game. Their defense giving up 25 a game. You know, all the stories around here linked to, because the defense has been such a struggle, have really been, can Baker Mayfield carry the defense to the playoffs? Right. Because the defense has been that bad here in Tampa.
Well, they're on the verge of doing something special down here in Tampa. If Atlanta loses to Minnesota, I believe they play today, right?
Yep. Kirk Cousins trip back home.
Then and Tampa Bay wins, that they could be back in first place in this division. So there's a lot at stake, but they're still trying to find themselves. We're still seeing them settle with injuries and guys missing and trying to find themselves through this division that's often muddled by, the Saints. Everybody else is playing so.
Well, and the Raiders really have a chance to have a say-so in the NFC South race. 3 of the last 5 games will be against this division. The Bucs today, the Falcons next week on Monday Night Football, and then right before New Year's Eve, a trip to New Orleans to take on Derek Carr and the Saints. The cannon has been fired from the pirate ship that is above the end zone to our left. And Daniel Carlson will be kicking it off left to right with the opening kickoff brought to you by Modelo. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a champion and a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Rakim Jarrett and Sean Tucker awaiting the kickoff for the Buccaneers in the end zone right in front of us to our right. It is a beautiful day here in Tampa. The Bucs wearing their home red uniforms, the pewter pants and the helmets with a Buccaneer flag logo on the side. The Raiders back to their normal white uniforms with the black numbers, not the silver, much to the happiness of my partner Lincoln Kennedy.
Thank you.
Antonio Pierce strolling on this far sideline across the way, has said this team has not shown any quit at all. We saw that last week in Kansas City, and we will see how they put that out there for the final 5 games of this year. Carlson has it teed up. He walks back to the 25, now starts his trot on the angle. He gets the right leg into it, and we're underway here in Raymond James Stadium. It's short of the goal line at the 2. Jarrett coming right up the middle. 15-20, and he's knocked down first by Eichenberg at the 23-yard line with a late flag. Link thrown from behind. It's right between the hash marks. It's laying there at the 27-yard line.
And usually calls in the place of holding when he gets the return team.
So we will see what Alan Eck has to say about that as he's pointing where the ball is put down.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 81 of the receiving team. Correction, holding number 81 of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the return. First down, Tampa Bay.
So that
I called it right the first time.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
Listen
did.
to me. I think you know.
So the Bucs and Baker Mayfield in his 7th year, former number 1 pick by Cleveland, will start on their own 15-yard line. He's got 2 receivers to the left. Where is Mike Evans? That is going to be the conversation all day long. He's split out wide right. They move the rookie Jalen McMillan slot to the right. Mayfield's throwing on first down. Out to McMillan at the 20. He's stumbling, but he makes the grab into the far sideline with Trayvon Merrick knocking him down at the 21. It's a 6-yard gain on first down. Link, it's an offensive line for the Bucs. It's experienced on the left side. Tristan Wirfs and Ben Bredesen, who they brought in from the Giants. Graham Barton's a rookie out of Duke. The center, he's been starting most of the year. Cody Malk at right guard has started all 12 games. And Luke Gedeke in his 3rd year out of Central Michigan. Missed a few games early, but he's back. So an experienced offensive line. They've been playing most of the season together. And Baker Mayfield, who's only been sacked 28 times this year, is under center on 2nd and 4 on the right half. He's got Rashad White in the backfield. It's a run up the middle. White trying to push forward. He's out to the 24, just left to the hash mark. And he might be just shy. Might be 3rd down at about a half yard on the 24-yard line for the Buccaneers offense.
You know, that first pass that the Buccaneers threw was just like a sweep, an outside run to get outside the defense, pick up some yards, make it a comparable 2nd down, and now they're done with a really easy, manageable 3rd down.
Raiders bringing an extra defensive tackle, Jonah Laulu, next to Butler and John Jenkins, with Max Crosby and Charles Snowden lined up on this 3rd down and a half yard just inside the 25. 2 tight ends in the game for the Bucs. They send one in motion right to left. Mayfield hands it up off the middle. He bounces off and a first down. Tampa Bay handed it off to Rashad White, who bounced through the left side of the line. Isaiah Polamau made the tackle, but it's a pickup of 4 and a first down.
13 personnel, 3 tight ends, a fullback, as well as your tailback. Really muddled a lot of guys in there in the box. Raiders got to do a better job at seeing the possibility of where the run's going to go. And be a little bit more nosy with their eyes in the backfield.
Nate Hobbs out again for a 3rd straight game. Remember, Jacorian Bennett last week on IR, so DeCamerion Richardson, Jack Jones, Darnay Holmes, your 3 defensive backs that started this game. Raiders jump. Crosby did. They didn't blow it dead, so Mayfield's got a free shot, takes one down the field. It's caught by Evans at the 43. He came back for it in front of DeCamerion Richardson. It's going to be a pickup of about 15 yards. They're going to decline the penalty on Max Crosby. It'll be first down Tampa Bay.
Max has got to be a little bit better. He's been having some penalties the last couple of games. We still know phenomenal talent he is.
Jumping into the neutral zone, number 98 of the defense. The penalty is declined. Play resulted.
Last thing you want to do, Jason, is give up free plays like that.
Buccaneers bring Bucky Irving into the game, the 4th-round pick out of Oregon. And a stoppage of play here. Alan Eck blows it dead. They wanted to reset the play clock. It had gone all the way down to 3, but nobody had been ready for play yet. You know, interesting they didn't blow that play dead because Tristan Wirfs stood up before they snapped the football.
They've been doing a lot of that lately this year. Not allowing the plays to play out, not blowing them dead.
Under center, they hand up to Bucky Irving and tripped up in the backfield. Jack Jones came off the edge to go down low. Pickup of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. You know, Jones Link started to play better. 10 passes defended. Number 1 on this team. The last few weeks he's made a lot of plays, tackling in the backfield. You really come on.
I really think this coaching staff had a conversation with Jack Jones early in the season and said, you know what, you got to be more, because teams were starting to leave him unblocked on a perimeter because they knew he wasn't a strong tackler. But he's come on really strong in the last couple of games.
And he's got 3 tackles for loss over the last 5 weeks. Sterling Shepard, veteran receiver, right to left in motion. Mayfield throws it out that way. He's got Shepard at 45. He gets a block across midfield. And Polamau shoves him out of bounds. Darnay Holmes was the guy who was trying to trail him, but he got blocked downfield. It's enough for a first down to the Raiders' 46-yard line. 3 minutes and change into this opening quarter, and the Bucs moving the ball well on this opening drive.
Second time on this drive that they run that little RPO action. And what Baker Mayfield is doing is watching as the receiver goes in motion, who's going with him to tell if it's zone or man. He comes up, if it's just man, they've got the numbers over there. He's just throwing a quick out.
He's under center, 1st and 10 on the Raiders' 46-yard line. It's a play action to Rachaad White. He sets up the screen to White at midfield, gets a block and avoids a tackler, and John Jenkins tracks him down at the 40. There are multiple flags down. There's also a helmet on the ground. Tristan Wirfs goes over there to pick it up and hand it to his fellow offensive lineman, Ben Bredesen. And if that's the case, we may get illegal hands to the face on the Raiders.
You might just do that. It might be 2 penalties, to be honest with you.
Might have been an illegal man downfield. They threw the screen. It was caught behind the line of scrimmage. So the officials huddling up here. The Raiders last week, 101 yards of penalties, 9 against the Chiefs last week in Kansas City.
There were 2 fouls. Illegal hands to the face, number 69, offense. Illegal block in the back, number 18, offense. The penalties offset. Replay, first down.
All right, Allen Eck not having his greatest start. 69 defense, 18 offense. The illegal hands to the face on Adam Butler. The block in the back on the Bucs. So they will play that over. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 46 again.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, man, it was Isaiah Polamalu who was blocked in the back. He was coming up with a great job out of the secondary to make the tackle. It would have been a tackle for loss, and then he was pushed to the ground. So Mayfield under center again, and White still the back. Cade Otton motions out to the right. Mayfield settles in the pocket, looking right, throws it out there. Batted by Merrick at the 50, and it falls to the turf. Merrick couldn't get there on the blitz, and as Mayfield scanned the field and went back over to the right, Merrick got both hands in the air to knock it to the ground.
If Merrick doesn't knock this pass down, it's a score for the Buccaneers. There was nobody out there defending the perimeter from the spot after Cade Otton snuck out. And there's just too much time. They're max protection. They're keeping people in, and there is no one out there on the perimeter.
Merrick does lead the Raiders this year with 2 interceptions. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield, who had his first incompletions out of the shotgun. Irving gets the handoff, racing through the left side, bouncing off one tackler, and then smooshed. Max Crosby and Adam Butler combine on the tackle. Tyree Wilson pushed him back to the inside into the waiting arms of his teammates. He picked up a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for Tampa Bay, and they this year ranked 2nd best in the NFL, nearly 48% on 3rd down.
Yeah.
A week after the Raiders are the best team on 3rd down in Kansas City.
The Raiders came in with their NASCAR package where they're going to have their pass rushers. But watch for Tampa to have max protection. Try to keep enough of the back and the tight end in to help out.
Shepard split out wide right. Mike Evans slot to the right. They move Cade Otton, the tight end, over there too. Mayfield back to pass on 3rd down. He's scanning. He throws right side. He's caught by Evans. But Darnay Holmes hit him right when he made the grab at the 37. He's short of the marker by about a yard. Great job by Holmeslink, who gives up 7 or so inches and a whole bunch of weight. But it's going to be 4th down and about 1, and the Bucs are going to go for it.
They're going to go for a 4-down territory.
They do have a great kicker, Chase McLaughlin. Last year missed just 2 kicks. This year missed just 2 kicks. He's one of the best in Bucs history from 50-plus, but they're going to go for it on 4th and 1 on the Raiders' 37.
Speed out to Evans.
Mayfield's under center. Rachaad White, the bigger back, in the backfield. Handoff up the middle. White has the first down across the 35. Keeps his feet down inside the 30. And finally brought down by the Raiders at the 29-yard line. He picked up 7 through the left side of the line. First down, Tampa.
Well, much of what you were talking about, their 3rd down efficiency, they've got, when you have options on 3rd down and short, you can bring in your extra tight ends. They load up the box again and just push the Raiders out of the way. Get the yardage needed for the first down.
11th play of the opening drive coming up for the Buccaneers. They've already taken about 6 minutes off this first quarter clock. Mayfield 4 of 5 for 37 yards. Irving and White both on the field. Irving split out wide left. White's in the backfield with Mayfield, who now sends him in motion out to the right. Comes up throwing left side. Bucky Irving gets 1 block inside the 25. Gets away from Jenkins and finally brought down at the 15-yard line. Robert Spillane tracked him down. Couple of broken tackles for Bucky Irving. Quick throw down the line of scrimmage, but he picked up 15 yards.
Got to imagine his defense is getting a little worn down being out there again. Use the motion to dissect the defense, see it's zone and man, and you're just throwing it to where you have the numbers.
Lincoln, John Jenkins was holding on to anything he could, including Irving's jersey, that it looked like he was dragging for 5 yards like one of those resistance bands.
Irving's not a big guy, but he is powerful.
Right, and you're hearing a chant here in the stadium. It's Bucky, Bucky, Bucky. He's making a great late push towards the end of this year to compete with Brock Bowers and others for the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Mayfield fakes to the right, throws to the end zone, back right corner, touchdown Buccaneers. Jalen McMillan on the receiving end of his second touchdown of his rookie season. It's a 15-yard strike, and the Buccaneers, with the opening drive, have a 6-0 lead.
Again, using emotion tied to dissect the defense. Jack Jones got caught in the middle, not knowing where to go. He's playing wide corner. I don't know why he got nosy looking at the RPO action. It's too easy.
And he threw it right between Jack Jones and Polamalu. Mayfield with a great opening drive. McLaughlin on for the extra point. A near 7-minute first drive for Tampa, who took the ball and has a 7-0 lead as McLaughlin bangs it through. 8:07 to go, first quarter. The Bucs won the toss. They wanted the ball, and that's why. Tampa Bay 7, Las Vegas nothing. Raiders coming up next. You're listening to Raiders football.
This football season, your number one goal is winning. At ABM, our number one goal is keeping you safe through the touchdowns, celebrations, and more. While you cheer on the Las Vegas Raiders and make lasting memories with family and friends, ABM is continuing to do our part by providing elevated janitorial services in Allegiant Stadium. For more information about ABM, contact our team at abm.com.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Raider Nation. Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Las Vegas Raiders to offer you free wings this football season with a promotion called Sacks for Wings. Anytime the Raiders get 2 or more sacks, you win 6 free wings with a $10 minimum spend. Sacks for Wings is valid the following 3 days after each qualifying game at all 10 Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout the greater Las Vegas metro area. Enjoy award-winning wings and every football game all season long at Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud sponsor of the Raiders.
Raiders fans, Terribles Game Day giveaway is back and bigger than ever. Shop at your local Terribles and make a purchase of $10 or more. Earn 10 entries when you make a Coors Light or Coca-Cola purchase. Scan your Terribles app rewards code and earn entries for every game throughout the season. Score a $1,000 Raiders shopping spree. Hotel accommodations from Coca-Cola and a Coors Light Silver Seat experience. Every day is game day, exclusively at Terribles. Visit Terribles.com for details.
Well, you didn't think it would be a low-scoring game, did you? Raiders trailing the Bucs 7-0. Tampa's opening drive, 12 plays, 85 yards. Baker Mayfield 6 of 7 for 67 and a touchdown pass to Jalen McMillan. And now we'll be up to Aiden O'Connell to have a response here early. By the way, the Buccaneers have this new thing. We are the crew, but they spell it Krewe. Been asking people around here, like, is that kind of like how some spell glamour with a U and some don't? Is that the new form of the English language, the pirate English language? Not sure, Link. You know?
No, I don't know. I don't have any ties down here to Tampa Bay, so I don't know.
Line drive kick. Bouncing at the 4. Raiders get it in the end zone, Abdullah. But because that ball, Link, bounced before the goal line, it only comes out to the 20 on the touchback. And that's as good of an opening kickoff we've seen all year. Like a line drive that bounced that way and didn't allow a return. That's as good as you can do it.
Starting to see more and more kickers trying to kick it short, trying to get it to that goal line so you can set up a return. And more importantly, you can defend that return, possibly get a turnover.
So Aiden O'Connell coming back last week, starting for the first time in 39 days after breaking his thumb, was 23 of 35 for 340, 2 touchdowns, had a 58-yard touchdown to Trey Tucker, a 32-yard touchdown to Brock Bowers, who comes into this game leading the NFL at 84 catches. Brock just 3 away from setting the NFL record for most catches by a rookie tight end. O'Connell's under center. He moves Michael Mayer right to left. He's going to throw on first down. He settles, taking a deep shot right down the middle, looking for Tucker. Lots of contact at the Bucs 35 and no flag. Zion McCollum in his third year out of Sam Houston State had the push around the waist, but nothing thrown. In a backfield with Jamel Dean, the other corner. Tyke Smith, the rookie out of Georgia, third-round pick. Missed the last 3 games with a knee injury. He is back today. Antoine Winfield and Christian Izzy are their safeties. And Link, the offensive line's going to have a lot their hands full. Kalijah Canty and Vita Vea, both with 7 sacks this year through the middle.
Yeah, there's a very active front. They like to bring pressure. Trey Tucker just couldn't find the ball that last time. Trying to find it in the air.
So 2nd and 10, Jacoby Myers motions, handoff, McCormick through the middle, and he's brought down right between the hash marks. Logan Hall, the 2nd-round pick in 2022 out of Houston with the tackle. No gain, and just like that, the Bucs score, and the Raiders face a 3rd and 10.
This offensive line has got to wake up. You know, Clancy got into that backfield pretty quick on that last play, disrupted the run. That's back to where they were struggling earlier in the season, not being assignment-wise.
Dancy and Yaya Diaby both lined up over the left side of the offensive line.
Bucs showing pressure.
Bowers in the shotgun with Abdullah to his left, 3 to the right. Here they come with a blitz, and he's drilled back at the 5. Levante David, the ageless wonder, wasn't touched, and he sacks him for a loss of 14 yards.
You remember how I said earlier that Vita Vea is a block eater? Well, he ate the center and the right guard up that time. Free of linebacker just to run up the middle. Overload on the right side. And David just runs a little bit of a Mike Dog. Offensive end drops.
Levante David in his 13th year out of Nebraska. The Bucs all-time leader in tackles by more than 500. Just got his 4th sack of the year. So A.J. Cole will boot this one away, and he missed it. He shanked it. It bounces short of midfield, right into the Buccaneers bench. They will spot it right around the 50 on what is just a 40-yard punt. They gave him a couple of extra yards. It's on the Buccaneers' 48-yard line, not his best. And Tampa Bay already up 7-0. Will get the ball right around midfield. We'll step aside. 6:37 to go in the first. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
big savings?
Yep, which means...
it's the best time to buy.
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Come to Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, California's #1 entertainment destination and the place for big wins. Every month, Yamava gives away luxury cars and exclusive prizes. Play at over 7,200 slots, the most in the West, and catch top-tier entertainment acts. Only at Yamava Resort and Casino, your California to Vegas connection. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's Jerry Robinson here. Want to take your Raiders pride, poise, and commitment to excellence to the next level? Then come aboard the official Raiders fan cruise presented by Seaside Events, partying on the deck of the Norwegian Bliss with legends like Henry Lawrence, Kenny King, Jeff Barnes, Mervin Fernandez, and myself. Enjoying an exclusive beach party, stunning Mexican Riviera. Spaces are filling up quickly. Head to RaidersFanCruise.com now to get ready to create lifetime memories with your favorite Raider legends. See you on the cruise.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Non-stop flights from Las Vegas to Provo, Utah, one way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 1/9/2025 for travel between 12/15/2024 and 2/9/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Raiders football presented by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Buccaneers took the opening drive, 85 yards and a touchdown to Jalen McMillan, who turned 23 years old yesterday. And the Raiders go 3 and out. Aiden O'Connell missed a deep shot to Trey Tucker and then was sacked on 3rd and 10. So the Bucs take over on their own 48, working right to left. 1st and 10. Pump fake, handoff. Bucky Irving bouncing off the middle of the defense, and he's brought down just shy of midfield on the right hash mark. Raiders were there so far, done a nice job on the run game. It'll be 2nd down and 9 coming up for Tampa Bay. And, the run game on the defensive side, Link, it was something that Patrick Graham said right from the beginning of the year. We've got to stop the run. It didn't go well the first 6 games. They were giving up 140 yards a game on the ground. But the last 3 games, Raiders giving up 69 yards rushing per game.
It's going to be a big test today because Tampa wants to run the ball with Bucky Irving.
So far, 6 carries for the backs for Tampa for just 20 yards. Bucky Irving still in the game to the left. Mayfield out of the gun. He's got Evans slot right. Mayfield, 3-step drop. Pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Fires over the middle. It's caught at the 40. His tight end, K. Dotton, goes over a defender. And he hurdles his way down to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 20 to his leading receiver, K. Dotton, who has his 55th catch of the year.
And what's unfortunate, he was wide open over the middle of the field again. If he rushed, he's going to get there. Max Crosby was running a stunt, but they're still wide open in the middle of the field. Baker just stepped up and fired.
Yep. Trayvon Merrick made the tackle. So Irving and Rachaad White both in the game. He's got White behind him. He's got Irving over his right. Raiders looking at both those running backs as Mayfield. Snap. Handoff. Rachaad White bursts through the whole 20. And Merrick with an ankle tackle in the red zone. Falls forward on the right hash mark to the 17-yard line. But 13 right up the gut for Rachaad White.
Again, this is the Raiders' defense is struggling to stop this run. This powerful offensive line just with straight man blocking. They pull the backside guard and tackle. And counter Trey O. And just run right up the gut.
And again, you're worried about Bucky Irving, too, because you think maybe some misdirection. Throw it out of the backfield with both those guys next to Mayfield. Tampa Bay already 120 yards of offense. We got 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Shotgun to Mayfield. Steps up, hands it to White. Has the 10 through the middle. Another first down. Darnay Holmes tripped him up, but not before he gets to the 5-yard line. So back-to-back 10-plus yard runs for Rachaad White. 1st and goal for the Bucs at the Raiders' 5-yard line.
Jason, between the tackle running has always called to me, man, that's power running. And they pulled 2 guards, just try to quick out a quick trap. Completely catch the Raiders off guard as they run up the middle.
And just like we said 2 seconds ago, the Raiders' run defense had been better. And now all of a sudden you wipe that off. Mike Evans with single coverage on the right side. He's lined up opposite Jack Jones. Rachaad White in the backfield. Pair of tight ends, both to the light for Mayfield. Who's throwing? He looks at Evans. Now comes back to the left side. Dumps it short. It's caught at the 1. A dive for the goal line. Touchdown, Tampa. Rachaad White out of the backfield. Makes a touchdown grab. He's one of the best in Bucs history out of the backfield early in his career. And just like that, Bucs 13, Raiders nothing. Still midway part of the first quarter.
Well, now what do you do if you're the Raiders? If you're Patrick Graham and the Raiders, what do you do? Because you can't blitz and you can't just sit back. He's picking you apart. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Raiders in a world of trouble.
That touchdown catch for Rachaad White, Link, his 10th in just his 3rd year in the NFL, 10th receiving touchdown. He now moves into 2nd place already in Bucs history for running backs with receiving touchdowns. Just past Warrick Dunn, and he's well on his way to Mike Allstott. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. High snap, put down by the punter. It is up and it is good. And just like that, 3:52 to go in the first, and it is all Tampa Bay. Bucs 14, Raiders nothing, and in a world of hurt here early against Tampa Bay. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24, ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats ticket. Must be legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
You don't do anything halfway, and that should include your credit card. The Wonder Card from Credit One Bank is your play hard travel card. For traveling to Raiders games or anywhere else, the Credit One Bank Wonder Card. Serious rewards for serious fans. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Terms apply.
Tim Cates inside the Silver and Black Studios with the scoreboard update brought to you by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. First quarter in Nashville, Titans lead the Jaguars 3-0. Late first quarter in Miami, Dolphins 6, Jets 3. Under 2 minutes to go first quarter in Minneapolis, Falcons lead the Vikings 7-0. 6.5 minutes to go first quarter at MetLife Stadium. No score Giants and the Saints. Also no score in Philadelphia. First quarter Eagles take on the 3-win Carolina Panthers. Browns Steelers 4 minutes to go first quarter in Pittsburgh. Browns early 7-0 lead. Jameis Winston with a touchdown pass to Jerry Jeudy. Back out now to Jason and Lincoln, guys.
All right, Tim, great to hear you. The start here in Week 14. Panthers are 3 wins, but they are playing a whole lot better. They almost beat the Chiefs 2 weeks ago, and then Link last week, Bryce Young, a game-tying drive to send these Bucs to overtime. For Tampa Bay won that game 30-27, so their team playing better. Bucs have won back-to-back against the Giants and against the Panthers. Here today, Raiders trailing Tampa Bay 14-0. As Jack Browning, the punter, this time boots it all the way to the back of the end zone, and this time it'll come out to the 30. So the opening drive for the Raiders was a 3-and-out. They lost 10 yards. Sack on Aiden O'Connell. What are you doing here with this 14-0 deficit?
Todd Bowles on their last third down ran a zone blitz where they dropped the defensive end and dogged the Mike linebacker, got the sack to end the drive. So they got to be more better with communication, and they've got to get some balance in their offense. They got to stay on the field for longer than 3 plays to give the defense a little bit of a rest.
No question. 3:52 to go first quarter. Buccaneers 14, Raiders nothing. Aiden O'Connell starts the drive with Sincere McCormick off his left hip. 2 receivers each way. He sends Trey Tucker in motion to the right. He's going to throw down the middle for Michael Mayer. He catches it at midfield, and then he hits the turf and drops it. He was stumbling. It was a seam route, Link. He was the inside receiver on the right side. O'Connell put it in a perfect spot, but Mayer was hitting the deck as he tried to grab it, and he never completed the catch.
Yeah, the defensive end dropped in the backfield. Anthony Nelson dropped in the defensive backfield, so it's a good call to go to Mayer. He went that seam route, but he was losing his footing as he was turning around trying to catch the football.
So it was a perfect throw, though.
It was a good throw.
I mean, just over the outstretched hands.
Nice hot throw by Aiden.
So he's 0 for 2. 2nd and 10. Myers plants himself on the right side of the line. O'Connell throws. Jacoby's got it. 36-yard line. Gets the head of steam, and he's pushed out of bounds near side. McCollum in coverage, but he stepped over the 40, so enough for a first down. Jacoby coming off a couple of nice games, Link. He's got 87 yards a game receiving over the last 4 games, and last week he was the offense in the first half in Kansas City.
Still a little too much color in that backfield for the Raiders from Tampa Bay. Seal up that offensive line because they're going to start pressing these receivers to take those short throws away.
Harrison Bryant in the ball game. He's been inactive the last 3 games, but he is playing today. Michael Mayer's on the sideline. Brock Bowers and Bryant both on the right. Now Bryant motions to the left. Toss play that way. Cuts inside. Nice run. Sincere McCormick spun down by Yaya Diaby, just shy of the 45. Hard toss play to the left side. And he cut it inside Colton Miller and picked up 4 yards.
Right now it looks like the Buccaneers defensive line are slanting and stunning inside, going a different way from the linebackers to try to confuse the Raiders offensive line. So you got to be more mindful of the communication. And for offensive linemen, you got to take shorter steps to your attack point.
Heard Scott Turner this week, the interim offensive coordinator, say McCormick's hitting the right spots. He's making the right decisions. He's making quick decisions. Terrace Marshall motions to the left for 3 receivers that way. It's a screen pass to McCormick, who tries to cut inside 45. Nice. He's got space. Midfield 45-40. And he's finally tracked down by David, but there is a flag down. And this is going to come back for a block in the back on the Raiders. Link, they set it up perfectly.
Added what you need. Exactly what you wanted. Exactly what you wanted.
Personal foul. Blindside block, number 58 of the offense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
So that's Jackson Powers Johnson. And, you said it with Max Crosby, Link. We're hearing his number with penalties too often on the other side. They have praised, and understandably so, JPJ's ability to, with his effort and his ability to get downfield. But the penalties on him are mounting so high.
You never want to take away a guy's aggression or overall effectiveness, because that's what makes him good. However, he's got to be more mindful. Play between the whistles and don't hurt your team.
He kind of backed up, though. That wasn't really...
It wasn't egregious, but it's still a blindside hit.
So it is 2nd and 21, now backed up to their own 30-yard line. A lot of work for O'Connell. Bucs bring 4. He steps up. There's pressure. He spins out of there, keeps his legs alive, and he dumps it short, trying to throw it out to the left side. Sincere McCormick had no space. Christian Izzian was in coverage. And so that penalty on Jackson Powers Johnson, instead of having first down on the Bucs 40, Link, it's now 3rd and 21 on their own 30-yard line with 2:05 to go in the first.
And that's why what's difficult, Jason, is when your offense is struggling, you got to stay ahead of the chain.
Yeah.
You got to stay ahead of schedule. You get backed up like this, it's almost impossible for this team to overcome. They're just depleted.
Yeah, O'Connell's 104 for 11 yards. He's had a drop by Michael Mayer. He's had a penalty takeaway, a 20-yard screen pass. He throws it quick side. Jacoby Myers trying to get some blocks. 35, hops the defender. He's brought down by a couple of Buccaneers right at the numbers on the 39-yard line. And so they do pick up 9. Anthony Nelson was out there, but the penalty cost him a first down. It cost him a chance at points. And the Raiders will have to punt it away on 4th and 12.
Yeah, it usually does. They got to do a better job of communicating and assigning who's got whom. These miscues and these mistakes are just adding up.
So A.J. Cole's first punt was 42 yards. He will try to pin Trey Palmer back inside his 10-yard line. Inside of a minute and a half to go in the first. He spins it over. It's a line drive boot, angling towards the right side of the field. He's going to bounce at the 15, the wrong direction, back outside the 20, and that is where the Raiders will down it at the 20-yard line. So uncharacteristic for A.J. Cole. Back-to-back punts of just about 40 yards. And the Bucs will take over on the 20-yard line, already up 14-0 late in the first quarter. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Both the Raiders and the Buccaneers have now had 2 possessions. Tampa Bay 137 yards on 17 plays and 2 touchdowns. The Raiders 14 yards on 8 plays and find themselves in a double-digit hole link for what is a 13th consecutive game. The 2024 Raiders joined the 1986 Colts as the only teams to trail in 13 consecutive games or more to start a season. The Colts went on to trail by double digits in all 16 games that year and had the number 2 pick in the draft the next season. We'll see where the Raiders are at 2-10, trying to snap an 8-game skid. But, there's always so much link made about an early start, West Coast to East Coast.
Right.
We haven't seen that this year. Baltimore game, the Raiders were tough early on. We've seen them play well in some games or first halves the last couple of weeks. Today's been a different story here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they really haven't had an answer for this Rashad White or Baker Mayfield because he's carved them up. They got to have start instead of stay ahead of schedule now.
Both on the field. O'Keefe and Payne Durham, couple of tight ends for the Bucs. Mayfield sends McMillan in motion left to right. He's under center. He takes the snap. He hands off Rachaad White. Good penetration. And the Raiders knock him back for a loss of 1. K'Lavon Chason Link, who was coming off a 1.5 sack game last week, a career high, played really well. And he was the last to knock him back for a loss of 1.
Yeah, but did you see how fast the Condor Max Crosby got in the backfield? He was already disrupting stuff on the snap of the ball. Look for Baker Mayfield, a smart quarterback, to use hard counts like he did in the first drive to try to draw these guys off sides.
Crosby has 5 tackles for loss the last 2 weeks. He's number 1 in the NFL with 16 tackles for loss this season. Mayfield moves back into the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. He takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He pumps. He's got time. Takes the shot. Near sideline McMillan. He high points, and it's knocked out of his hands. Darnay Holmes had to make up some ground, but he used the sideline and his right hand to knock the ball out of there. It'll be 3rd down and 11.
Holmes didn't even turn around to try to find the ball. He just read the player's eyes and just went up right at the right time to knock that away. Could have been a big play.
I don't know that McMillan was going to come down inbounds anyway. Both his feet came out of bounds when he came down. Some of that was Holmes. But a nice job by Darnay Holmes, who's played a lot the last few weeks with the injury to Nate Hobbs. Raiders need to get off the field. 3rd down and 11. This would be a big stop. 5 defensive backs on the field. Here comes Chason with a blitz. Mayfield, he's got a pocket. Crosby pushed around over the middle. 1st down. Sterling Shepard right in the middle of the field. Caught it at the 35 and cut up to the 38 in front of Holmes. It's a pickup of 18 yards, and the Bucs do not have to snap it again if they don't want to at the end of this first quarter.
Well, Max Crosby did have some good pressure around the horn, but once again, the middle was wide open. Too easy.
And the Bucs are not going to snap it. They're going to take this to the end of the first quarter and flip the field in what has been a dominant Tampa opening 15 minutes. Buccaneers 14, Raiders nothing. Baker Mayfield so far carving up the silver and black. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Experience world-class gaming at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Must be 21 and over to enter. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. Forts Water, the official water of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Karma Automotive, the official luxury EV vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Kaloa Rum Company. Taste the spirit of aloha. Kaloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Drink responsibly.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, so you can elevate your Las Vegas Raiders tailgate with legendary audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with a Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable trolley-style design. Visit alltechlansing.com/Raiders15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Raiders15 for 15% off. Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Taste the authentic flavors of Hawaii with Kuloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's rich and smooth. With every sip, you'll discover the spirit of aloha. It isn't just rum, it's Kuloa Rum. Award-winning, distinctly different, and uniquely Hawaiian. Kuloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Must be at least 21. Please drink responsibly.
Enter the Raiders pregame masquerade, a high-energy VIP tailgate with a twist. Enjoy Raiders game days with the mystique of a masquerade, the thrill of a carnival, and the rebellious spirit of a pirate adventure. Surprises are in store, stimulating Vegas performers, themed games, in-demand musical acts and DJs, treasure hunts, special menus, and much more. Visit RaidersExperiences.com to book this exclusive game day experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
Start of the second quarter here inside Raymond James Stadium. Pretty sparse crowd in the upper deck to see the 6-6 Buccaneers. In the Battle of the Pirates, a lot of those pewter seats linking that second level of the first deck pretty open too. Cheap tickets still available here in Tampa if you're listening to us on your app or your phone or wherever you may be listening. 14-0. Buccaneers have the lead. We start the second quarter. Tampa on its own 38. They switch the field left to right. Mayfield with play action. He rolls to his right. He's going to take off across the 40, and he slides in front of Kayvon Chason and Robert Spillane. He started the slide at the 42, so that's where they'll mark him down, a pickup of 4. It'll be second down, and Baker can do that. 230 yards rushing this year on the season.
And now the conundrum that Patrick Graham and his defense is under is the fact that they can't go with a 3-safety look to help take away some of those middle shots, because that'll lighten up your box, and the Buccaneers will counter and just run the football. You're going to ask your linebackers to do a lot more in the center of the defense.
2 tight ends, 1 on each side of the line. Mayfield's under center. It's a run up the middle, and his running back tripped in the backfield, and then touched down by Crosby. So Max will get the tackle for loss on Bucky Irving, who looked like their feet tangled Link in the backfield, and as they handed it off, he tripped up, and then Crosby was there anyway.
Yeah. Baker just went a little wide with the handoff to get the ball to Bucky Irving, and as you mentioned, he did trip him up.
So it's a loss of 2. Crosby now with 17 tackles for loss, number 1 in the NFL.
Defense has got to get off the field,
Yes,
Jason.
they do. Bucs were 2 of 3 on third down in that opening quarter. Mayfield changing the play. So far, he's 9 of 11 for 110 yards. 3 receivers out to the left. It's a short throw. Chason bats it up, and he picks it off. Kayvon Chason was falling away from the quarterback. He tapped it in the air and picked it off on his backside.
Great awareness by Chase on that play, Jason. Recognized Baker Mayfield in the formation. They've been running the screen all day. It just backs up and does a great athletic job knocking it up with his left hand and falling under it to catch the interception.
Link, he was trying to throw the bubble screen to Jalen McMillan, and a phenomenal job for Kayvon Chason to get that takeaway. Raiders hadn't had one in 3 weeks, and they just got a much-needed one.
Oh, and they needed it desperately. Now see what they can do with the football. Got to get points here.
Yes, they do. Big time. Just the 6th takeaway this year for the defense. And Kayvon Chason is showing some of that first-round talent the last few weeks that the Jaguars took him back in 2020. See what Aiden O'Connell can do. 1st and 10 on the Tampa 36. He moves Bowers over slot right. No catches yet today. Now motion for Mayer and a fumble on the snap. He dives forward. Who's on top of it?
The Bucs say they got
and
the football.
And the Bucs have it right back. My goodness. It's Levante David who comes out of there with the fumble recovery.
Boy, when it rains, it pours. Unfortunate. I got to wait to see the replay because I did not see what happened on the center quarterback exchange. It looked like he pulled out early.
Yeah. And it was a fumble that cost the Raiders last week. Miscommunication, a chance to win the game in Kansas City. And it's a fumble here today. And it's a fumble here today after Kayvon Chason with a beautiful individual effort to get the offense the ball. And they're just replaying this here, Link, to make sure Tampa Bay did land on top of it.
Well, David came out of the foul with the ball.
Yes, he did.
So, and it looks like when you see Aiden O'Connell pull out.
Please reset the game clock to 13:33. 13:33.
Yeah, that's a clear recovery by the Buccaneers.
We're going to take a timeout. So, back-to-back turnovers. Raiders get one and give it right back. You're listening to Raiders football.
Awakening returns to Wynn Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined. Experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening live in Las Vegas.
At Smith's, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Raiders fans, Terribles Game Day giveaway is back and bigger than ever. Shop at your local Terribles and make a purchase of $10 or more. Earn 10 entries when you make a Coors Light or Coca-Cola purchase. Scan your Terribles app rewards code and earn entries for every game throughout the season. Score a $1,000 Raiders shopping spree. Hotel accommodations from Coca-Cola Coors Light Silver Seed Experience. Every day is game day, exclusively at Terrible's. Visit Terrible's.com for details.
Welcome to the new house of Silver and Black, Jack. Boyd Gaming is now a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And there's one motto: just win, baby. Because with Boyd, every day is game day. And everybody is a fan. Orleans, Suncoast, Fremont, and the Boyd family of casinos, where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 800-522-4700.
Awakening returns to Wynn Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined. Experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening, live in Las Vegas.
What a roller coaster of emotions over the last 3 or 4 minutes of real time. Jason Horwitz, the Pro Bowler, Lincoln Kennedy. Happy to have you back with us. Caleb Chason, first career interception, set the Raiders offense up at the Bucs 35-yard line, trailing 14-0. But what the Raiders take it, the Raiders then give it away.
True story, right?
At the very next play, Aiden O'Connell lined up under center and a botched exchange with Jackson Powers Johnson, and now the Bucs have it right back on their own 35. Two tight end set. Payne Durham walks over to the right side of the line, and they move Rashad White there too. And now White hops behind Mayfield over to the left side of the quarterback. Snap, he rides, he holds, Mayfield pumps, he's hit from behind, gets it out to White at the 30 with a block 35 near side 40, and his stiff arm across the 45, and he's got a first down. That was so near a Max Crosby sack, and instead it's a 13-yard dump off to the running back for a first down.
Dump off with a blocker out in front of him, so he had a little bit of extra protection. But it's just still way too much time for Baker Mayfield back there to survey and go through his progression. Raiders got to do a better job. Max was close but no cigar.
Yep. Well, there were a lot of games like this before the bye week, but in Miami, the Raiders went toe-to-toe with the Dolphins and back and forth with the Broncos, and then what happened last week in Kansas City. Right now, the Bucs trying to blow out the Raiders. Mayfield with a pump. He rolls out to his right. He keeps his feet moving across midfield, out of bounds, near sideline at the 45 with Jack Jones giving chase. Mayfield picks up about 5 yards on the scramble. It'll be second down for Tampa Bay with 12:40 to go in the second quarter, and the Bucs already up 14-0.
The Raiders safeties have to respect the speed of Jalen McMillan and Mike Evans, and they're just running go routes that are taking their safeties and their corners out of it, which lightens the box. Baker Mayfield still has way too much time to survey the field.
Sean Tucker, the Buccaneers' third running back, checks into the backfield. Mayfield's got two receivers to the left. Mike Evans has just 2 catches today for 22 yards. Shepard motions all 3 receivers to the left. He throws that way, has Sterling Shepard, and he's hit immediately. Trayvon Merrick read it beautifully. Shepard did not hang on to the football, so it's an incompletion. But Merrick saw as Shepard immediately down the line of scrimmage was there, Lincoln. He almost took his head off.
I appreciate the aggression. I appreciate the Raiders learning from mistakes earlier in the game. The Buccaneers have been running those little tunnel screens all day.
Yeah.
Left and right. And finally you see the Raiders jump on.
Yeah, Liam Cohen, the former offensive coordinator in college, has been using those type of plays that we saw at Oregon with Bo Nix and all those. Dylan Gabriel last night in the Big Ten Championship, the whole thing. We've been seeing those plays a lot today. And the Raiders starting to get their handle on it. Here comes Mary on a blitz. All out. And he's sacked in the backfield.
Ball's out.
And Amari Burney with the sack.
Raider ball.
And the Raiders have a fumble recovery. It's their first defensive fumble recovery of the season. Burney with the sack. Merrick the recovery. Back-to-back takeaways for this Raiders defense.
This is an all-out blitz with Burney and Merrigan. Safety blitz. Baker Mayfield couldn't hold on to football. Great heads-up awareness by the Raiders recovered.
So, Raiders with their second takeaway of the half. Can they take advantage? 12:03 to go, second quarter. They got a 1st and 10 coming up on the Bucs 46-yard line. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
How powerful is Cox Fiber?
Powerful enough to stream all my live sports actually live?
Yep.
Powerful enough to share my screen more smoothly?
You got it.
Powerful enough to keep my games online and my squad on top?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
Introducing Cox Fiber, from the company with the fastest download speeds 9 years in a row. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Limited availability in select areas. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply. Analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence in Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix. Fixed median download speed Q2 2016 to Q1 2024.
Let's go. Raider Nation. You heard them. Time to hit the nearest drink station for a cocktail with Absolute Vodka. I'm talking smooth Moscow Mules, bold Bloody Marys, and Vodka Ritas to match your victory dances. Absolute Vodka. Mixing it up with Raider Nation. Enjoy responsibly. Absolute Vodka, 40% alcohol by volume. Imported by Absolute Spirits Company. New York, New York.
Raiders football is brought to you by Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light. Coors Light. Choose chill. An official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. There's no better place to celebrate than the sports and entertainment capital of the world, right here in Las Vegas.
A couple of things just happened here for the Raiders. Number one, heading into this game, they were the first team since the 1959 Rams without a defensive fumble recovery through 12 games. Remember, the Raiders were not a franchise in 1959. That's how long it had been. They just had their first of the year on Amari Burney's first career sack. And the Raiders this year, for the first time, have 2 takeaways in a game. Aiden O'Connell's under center with Sear McCormick, the tailback. He's coming out to throw. O'Connell taking a shot. Near sideline for Tucker. Floats it into his hands, but he floated out of bounds on the near side 15-yard line. He was between a pair of defenders, and he broke late, but he couldn't get both feet down.
That's your cover 2 beater, the deep corner route, but didn't have enough space on the sideline to get that catch in. Good idea. Corner stays shallow, safety plays deep. He's got to respect the deep route. You throw that corner ball. All the times it'll be a big play come up for the offense.
Now the Raiders defense, after those first 2 drives, the Bucs went down the field, scored 14 points. They've made some massive plays, and now Antonio Pierce is throwing the challenge flag. He thinks Trey Tucker dragged that right foot down on the far sideline, or at least he wants to think that. I don't know if he did or did not. But we're about to find out.
Las Vegas is challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass.
Why not? I mean, why not?
Lose.
Yeah. Let's find out. Can we get the ball in the red zone? We'll find out on the other side. We'll get the replays and we'll let you know. Raiders trailing the Bucs 14-0. 11:57 to go in the first half. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by Allegiant Air. Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Coca-Cola, crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. By Cox and Cox Business, powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Provo, Utah, one way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 1/9/2025 for travel between 12/15/2024 and 2/9/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Raiders football is brought to you by Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light. Coors Light. Choose chill. An official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. There's no better place to celebrate than the sports and entertainment capital of the world, right here in Las Vegas.
Tim Cates inside the Silver and Black Studios with the scoreboard update brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Second quarter in Minnesota, Falcons and Vikings all tied up at 7 apiece. Tennessee Titans with a 3-0 lead over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, in Miami, the Jets have scored a touchdown. Isaiah Davis, 17-yard touchdown run. Jets lead the Dolphins 10-9. Browns and Steelers in Pittsburgh. Browns a 7-3 lead. Saints out in front of the Giants 7-3 at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Panthers taking on the Eagles, who have just scored. Jalen Hurts, 1-yard touchdown run. 7-3 Eagles. Back out to Jason Lincoln, guys.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. Alan Eck made the announcement during the break. Trey Tucker was out of bounds, did not drag that second foot. So the Raiders lose the challenge. 2nd down and 10 on the Bucs 45. All this after a sack and a fumble of Baker Mayfield. O'Connell out of the gun. Here comes a blitz. He steps. He throws over the middle. Bowers. Oh, my God. He snagged that out of the air with one hand. It's the return of Brocktimus Prime. He just transformed again and grabbed it with one hand in midair.
Here we go. Jason, nice catch. Brock Bowers does it again.
Holy smokes.
This young man has such a wide catch radius.
It's not fair to the rest of the league that he has two hands. One-handed grab, and it's like he did it on purpose. First down at the Tampa 33-yard line. His first catch of the day. His 85th of the year. O'Connell back to throw on first down. Looking right, throwing that way. He's got Mayer open. Streaking far sideline 10. Hops a defender and shoved out of bounds. Michael Mayer down inside the 5-yard line. And there's a couple of Buccaneers down on the far sideline. It's 1st and goal. Raiders at the 4 on back-to-back beautiful plays by their tight ends.
Utilizing your tight ends and really working the best out of 11 and 12 coverage. Offensive formations with the two tight ends. Doing Aiden O'Connell is fighting his guys. That's a good job.
Yes, it is. Mayer with a 29-yard catch. He only had 42 yards receiving coming into this game. After missing all that time for personal reasons, he's been back the last few weeks. 1st and goal. Gotta punch it in. O'Connell's out of the gun. He hands it off to McCormick. Trying the middle, pushing his way, and he's not quite there. He's down at the 2, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. Raiders trailing the Bucs 14-0. What a roller coaster here in the second quarter. They get a takeaway. Caleb on chase on pick. They give it right back on a fumble. They get a fumble. Trying to capitalize. Shotgun O'Connell. Hand off the middle. McCormick, and he can't get there.
He's just not the size of the guy that you need to run between the tackles down here out of shotgun. He's really small.
He's down by Greg Gaines at the 2-yard line. So 3rd down and goal inside the 3. Down 14-0. Vita Vea Lake, who was off the field on that play, is now back on the field. So the 350-pounder now going to be against that line.
That's right.
Can they find Brock Bowers? Can they find Michael Mayer? Somebody's got to make a play. 3rd down and goal. They break the huddle. 9 on the play clock. It's an I formation. Kanai Mauga, the linebacker's playing fullback. He's under center. O'Connell's falling and throws it, and Bowers. Oh, that's going to be pass interference. O'Connell was falling down. He tripped up on his center and still tried to throw a one-on-one coverage to Brock Bowers.
Pass interference.
It works.
Number 53 defense. The foul occurred in the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. Automatic first down.
I mean, that was going to be a jump ball link for Bowers against the linebacker.
Yeah, the big key for me is Aiden O'Connell okay, because he got up a little gingerly after that, being stepped on.
He and Jackson Powers Johnson have had some issues today.
Yes, they have.
I mean, an understatement there. So, 1st and goal after the penalty. An I formation still there. O'Connell under center. Kanai Mauga is right in front of Sincere McCormick. O'Connell keeps it. They push him towards the end zone. They're still pushing. O'Connell's rushing. Touchdown Raiders! Aiden O'Connell pushed from behind by Mauga. And the Raiders capitalize on the takeaway to get back in this ball game with 9:21 to go in the second.
Second and third effort get the push against Vita Vea, who was holding up the middle of that field. Raiders did a good job of capitalizing, getting the score off the turnover.
Aiden O'Connell, Link, Last week he was on fire through the air. Today, a couple of really nice passes to the tight ends to get them in there. And even the incompletions. I mean, Michael Mayer had a drop as he was falling. We've had another play where Trey Tucker wasn't sure where the ball was. O'Connell's been on point since he took over last week.
Yeah, he really has. They just got to clean up a little bit of those turnovers and then those miscues between him and JPJ.
So Daniel Carlson on for the extra point to finish off this shortened drive thanks to the defense. High snap. Ooh, Cole gets it down. And Carlson able to knock that one through. And that PAT brought to you by Credit One Bank. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders, is at CreditOneBankTravel.com. It looked like that snap was going to throw off Carlson. It did not. And with 9:21 to go in the second, timeout on the field. Raiders have cut the deficit in half. Bucs 14, Raiders 7. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light. Coors Light. Choose chill. An official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. There's no better place to celebrate than the sports and entertainment capital of the world, right here in Las Vegas.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, so you can elevate your Las Vegas Raiders tailgate with legendary audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with a Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable trolley-style design. Visit alltechlansing.com/Raiders15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Raiders15 for 15% off. Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Go on, get a little out there. Travel beyond Nevada's neon glow. Drive where the stars sparkle and the desert goes and goes. Visit a world apart. See some funky art. Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart. Go on, get a little out there. Start planning your trip at TravelNevada.com.
How powerful is Cox Fiber?
Powerful enough to stream all my live sports actually live.
Yep.
Powerful enough to share my screen more smoothly?
You got it.
Powerful enough to keep my games online and my squad on top?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
Introducing Cox Fiber, from the company with the fastest download speeds 9 years in a row. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Limited availability in select areas. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply. Analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence in Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix. Fixed median download speed Q2 2016 to Q1 2024.
Raiders touchdown drive, trail the Bucs 14-7 as Daniel Carlson gets ready to tee up the kickoff. We pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football. O'Connell has it teed up, a shorter trot this time, a line drive angling towards the right, bounces at the 4 and goes through the end zone out of bounds before the back pylon. So a nice job on the kickoff, and because it bounced in the landing zone, the touchback will come out to the 20 and not the 30. Raiders scoring drive was brought to you by Sports Water. Hydrate with a superior water beverage for fans with an active and healthy lifestyle. Show your Raider Nation pride. Get your Raiders Sports Water today. Available at your favorite retailer. 6 plays, 45 yards, 2:42 off the clock. Aiden O'Connell, a 1-yard rushing touchdown. A couple of key plays for the tight ends on grabs and a pass interference on 3rd and goal. It was a jump ball for Brock Bowers as Aiden O'Connell was falling. And the linebacker, Vi Jones, pulled him down, set the Raiders up first to goal at the 1. Mayfield and the Bucs have turned it over on back-to-back drives. He's scanning, he's pumping, he's in the grasp of Butler, and he's sacked back at the 10-yard line. Adam Butler kept coming. He spun Mayfield around into the arms of Crosby as well, and the Raiders have a sack and a loss of 8.
Good job when your front 4 can get pressure on the quarterback. Baker Mayfield pulled his ball down. Jason wanted to go to his second receiver as he was going through his progression, but the rush had caught up with him by then. Good job.
The Raiders have takeaways on the last 2 drives. They have sacks on the last 2 plays. This looked like it was going to be a bad day for the defense, and man, oh man, has that changed. Second down and 18 for Tampa on its own 12. And everybody moves before they snap the football. Tampa Bay is all kinds of out of sorts.
It's my favorite call for the referee. Everyone moved but the center.
False start, number 68, offense.
Oh, he disappointed you.
I know.
Second
It should be
down.
everybody.
He singled out Ben Bredesen. What'd the Michigan guy do to you? What, is Alan Eck an Ohio State fan? He's all pissed that they lost for a fourth straight time?
Yeah.
I don't actually know if he is or isn't. I have no idea. Anybody know? Just find that out. Sorry. Alan, if you're a Michigan fan, I apologize. Well, Bucky Irvin Link is on the sideline. He doesn't have his helmet on. He's got a towel draped around his shoulders. So that could be a huge story as this game moves on. Raiders come with a blitz. Mayfield's in his end zone. He's pumping. Crosby's got him. He can't bring him down. Mayfield finds a man at the 10.
Should be incomplete.
And I think that's incomplete. It is. It was thrown low to Sean Tucker. And as he was hit in the back, he lost the football. It is incomplete. And so, Link, it's going to be 3rd down and 22 for Tampa Bay on its own 8-yard line.
We don't see Max Crosby miss many opportunities to bring down quarterbacks.
No, not for safety.
Yeah, exactly. He had Baker in the backfield as he broke through.
Link, the Raiders have 4 tackles for loss. Adam Butler's got a sack. Amari Burney's got his first career sack.
Screen or draw. They're going to get rid of the ball out of Baker's hands quickly.
Kayvon Chaison's got his first career interception, 3rd and 23. It's a run play. Rashad White out across the 10. Following blockers out to the 20. He picked up about 11 on 3rd and 23, so it'll be a 4th down. The Raiders give up all those yards, but not nearly enough for a first. And there is a man down on the field back at the 9-yard line.
Can't see the number. Is that Butler?
Kayvon Chaison is down with his teammate. Can't tell who he's standing because it is Adam Butler, Link, who he is.
Butler. Okay,
right next to.
Just trying to get a flash to see the number. Now I see it now.
And Antonio Pierce is walking out there as well. Is Adam Butler, who is down on both knees, and Kayvon Chaison is right next to him. And now they're going to help Butler back to his feet. Adam Butler, Link, he is 30 years old in his 8th year out of Vanderbilt. Played for New England and Miami, then back to New England. Really had a solid season last year.
Really
tied for a career high with 8 tackles for loss.
Yep.
And he has followed it up this year.
No doubt.
He's come back and played really well as well.
One of the bright spots of this defensive line. I mean, Max Crosby gets all the shine notably, and that's definitely worthy. But, John Jenkins, Matthew Butler, Adam Butler, these guys have played well.
Yeah. And Adam Butler is helped up by the training staff and gets a low high five from Antonio Pierce as he is walking slowly to the far sideline. I mean, think about how this game has turned, Link. The Bucs had a short field on their second drive after an opening drive touchdown. Go up 14-0. They're outgaining the Raiders after the first quarter, 140-14.
Yeah.
And then Kayvon Chaison on an individual brilliant effort, falling down, makes the interception on a screen pass. Raiders turn it over on the very next play on an Aiden O'Connell, Jackson Powers Johnson mishandled snap. And the Raiders get it right back on a sack and a fumble of Mayfield, and now they get a 3-and-out.
Crazy game.
So Jack Browning, the 3rd punter this year for the Buccaneers, for his first career punt. He turns it over, he flips it over. It's a line drive kick. Amir Abdullah coming up to it at the 32, middle of the field. He's got some space. Out across the 40, angles right side, keeps his feet 45, and gets out to the 48-yard line. So a 16-yard punt return for Amir Abdullah. And so the Raiders with great field position and 7:42 to go and a chance to tie this game.
It's the most you can ask for, Jason. You get back midfield, you have your whole entire offensive playbook open up to you.
Hey, Raiders fans, you can be here for live NFL action all season long as the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL. Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets, so you never miss a single play, whether you're cheering on the Raiders at home or away. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Las Vegas Raiders. And we will be inside Allegiant Stadium, 3 of the final 4 games. Monday Night Football next week against Atlanta. We'll be home against Jacksonville in Week 16 and then finish the year against the Chargers. The year started in L.A. and we'll finish at home against L.A. O'Connell out of the gun, 1st and 10. Raiders on their own 48, working right to left. Snap. Looking, throwing. It's caught in Bucs territory on a slant. Jacoby Myers right in front of Jamel Dean at the Bucs 46. It's a pick above 6. And a 2nd and 4 coming up. And the Raiders showing some pace here.
Showing some pace because you don't want the Buccaneers to substitute. Keep their personnel on the field.
The receivers out to the right. O'Connell the snap. It's a run to the right. It's a reverse to the left. Brock Bowers on the reverse. Has the 45 near sideline. Didn't run with all kinds of pace, and he's shoved out of bounds. Like they ran the reverse to the tight end. He did pick up enough to make it a 3rd and 1. They marked him out of bounds after a 3-yard gain. How often in NFL history have you seen a reverse run to the tight end?
Not very often, but more important, he's a special person. I'm still worried about Aiden O'Connell being on the perimeter trying to block somebody.
That's a good point.
You're my quarterback. You don't need to block anybody. Get out of the way.
You know, Bowers, had he had the ball in his inside hand, would have picked up the first down, but because it was on his outside hand, did not get the marker. So 3rd down and 1 on the Tampa 43, and O'Connell's out of the gun. The Bucs have 7 across the line. He hands it off to McCormick. Has a cutback. First down 40. And a shimmy at the 35. Out of a tackle 30. McCormick down the sideline 20. And finally shoved out of bounds. Zion McCollum made the touchdown-saving tackle at the Bucs 14-yard line. But a pickup of 29 yards for Sincere McCormick.
Running hard. The little man is out there doing his thing. Breaking tackles, getting in the secondary. Good job by the offensive line. Blocking the front 7. Putting them one-on-one with safeties and defensive backs.
Man, he spun out of the tackle of the safety, Christian Izzian. Sincere McCormick, 35 yards rushing on just 5 carries. And that career long. 6 minutes, second quarter. O'Connell in the red zone. He brings Trey Tucker into the backfield. Now motions him out to the right. O'Connell's looking left. Out of the backfield, McCormick on the run at the 10. And he slid out of bounds. Chris Braswell, the rookie out of Alabama, makes the tackle. A quick 4-yard pass out of the backfield to McCormick, and it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Well, he wanted to go to Jacoby, but there was a little bit of a blitz coming in, so he got rid of the football. Good idea by Aiden O'Connell. Get what you can. Take what the defense gives you.
He marked him out at the 11-yard line. So O'Connell, who started this game 1 of 4, has hit 5 of his last 6 passes. He's under center on 2nd down and 7. He gives the hard count. Now extra motion is Michael Mayer. The handoff through the middle. McCormick with a cutback. Gets out of one tackle. Keeps the leg churning. Down to the 6-yard line. Jones made the stop. It's 5 more for McCormick. Link, he does not have a touchdown yet in his young career. It's 3rd down and 2 as we go inside of 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
The Buccaneers are tough down here in the red zone. The Raiders have still incomplete, still trying to figure themselves out whether they're going shotgun or underneath center. They really got to get this first down. They can get this first down.
Yes, they can.
Get the drive going.
Just inside the 5. Trey Tucker off. Kanai Mauga comes in as a fullback. 3rd play in this game that the linebacker comes in an I formation. McCormick, the tailback in that I. 5 on the clock. O'Connell under center. It's a play fake. O'Connell back at the 20. He's rolling out. He lobs it up and he just threw it away. Smart play. There was nobody there. Yep, Myers fell down. There was nobody out there. And so now a decision. You're down 14-7. You've got the ball at the Tampa Bay 6 with a 4th and 2, but they're going to bring on the field goal unit in Carlson.
Take the points. Take the points because you want to make sure that you get something out of this drive. Your offense has worked hard. You still got a lot of time to play. Take the points.
Well, the defense is starting to play well.
Yeah, but you won't take it for granted. You take your points when you're down here.
Yep. So a 25-yard attempt coming up here for Daniel Carlson. Link last week, the first time in his career that he missed 3 field goals. They were all from 55-plus. This short field goal attempt presented by Smiths. Fresh for everyone. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it splits the uprights. So Carlson is good from 25, and the Raiders have 10 unanswered points. And with 4:28 to go, we'll keep it right here. Tampa Bay 14, Las Vegas 10. Man, look, games change drastically. Things can happen.
All the time.
And I know the Raiders didn't get any points out of that Caleb Chason interception.
Right.
But that individual effort has seemingly completely changed this ballgame.
When you talk about Bernie and the turnover and the fumble and Baker Mayfield, more importantly, how the rhythm got in the offense, you get special teams midfield, you're able to go down and go for 3. Good job.
Raiders scoring drive brought to you by Sports Water. Hydrate with a superior water beverage for fans with an active and a healthy lifestyle. Show your Raider Nation pride. Get your Raiders Sports Water today. Available at your favorite retailers. 7 plays, 46 yards, 3:14 off the clock. Sincere McCormick's career-high 29-yard run, the key play. And the Raiders get 25-yard field goal from Carlson.
The Raiders' D has done a good job, as you mentioned. Starting off the first 2 drives, they gave up 2 TDs. The last one's only given up 39 yards in the last couple of series they've been out there.
Carlson on the last kickoff brilliantly placed a line drive inside the 5, and the angle and the bounce did not give the Bucs a chance to return it. This time he does a line drive kick to the other side. It bounces at the 15, but right into the arms of Tucker on the run. Sean Tucker heads to the middle, 25, bounces off his own man, still on his feet across the 30, and he drags the Raiders out to the 31-yard line. I like the idea. We're seeing different ideas from special teams and Tom McMahon throughout the course of the season, and it was a line drive. You wanted to bounce in the landing zone, but angled to the end zone to come out to the 20. That time it just bounced right to Sean Tucker.
Yeah, but at the same time, what you're doing is you're experimenting with the possibility of somebody being forced to carry the ball in open field. So anything could happen. Fumble, turnover, all those types of things.
Bucs will start on their own 31. They have not had great field position on the kickoffs from the Raiders today. See how they do this here. Raiders, 4:20 to go in the second quarter. They're down 14-10. Now the defense playing with all kinds of confidence. They've got some sacks. They've got 2 takeaways here in the second quarter. Mayfield is under center. Toss play out to the left. Looking for Rachaad White. Has to cut back. And the Raiders strung it out. It's a gain of 1. Caleb Don Link was the first in there. Jonah Laulu was chasing it down 2. Polamalu made the final hit. It's a pickup of 1, 2nd and 9.
Typically, the offensive theory is that when you have a single high safety, you throw the football. When you have a dual safety, you want to run the football. That time, the Raiders caught the Buccaneers in with a single high safety, so it added more to their run defense.
For Tampa, you wonder with Bucky Irving if his day is done. Again, he doesn't have his helmet. He's on the sideline, so it looks like his day is done. Tight ends in the game. Hard count from Mayfield. He doesn't get the Raiders to jump. He's back to throw. He steps up into the pocket over the middle. Wide open. Sterling Shepard. He falls to the turf. He gets inside the Raiders' side of the field. Right on the left numbers at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 22 yards and a first down.
Robert Spillane was just a Mike dog, but didn't get to the quarterback. That allowed him to step in the pocket and find a cutting receiver in the middle of the field.
Sterling Shepard, 3 catches for 49 yards. Mayfield empty set. Off his back foot. Raiders were offsides. Comes near side to McMillan at the 40. He's hit by Holmes and falls forward to the 36-yard line. It's going to be offsides on the Raiders, so you wonder if you take it, have 1st and 5, or do you take 2nd and 1 on the Raiders' 36? And that's exactly what they're telling Todd Bowles right here on the near sideline. He's got that decision to make. I think you decline it. You take 2nd and 1, right?
You take 2nd and 1, I would.
Offside, jumping into the neutral zone, number 44 defense. The penalty is declined. It's 2nd down.
Well, the only accepted penalty, there's been 2 offsides called on the Raiders. They haven't accepted either. So the only accepted penalty link today was a 15-yard block in the back on Jackson Powers-Johnson.
Well, I told you they're going to use a hard count to help this defensive line and their offensive line.
Yep.
And that's exactly what they did.
So 2nd down and 1 on the Raiders' 37. Bucs work left to right. It's on the right hash. He moves Otten in motion. It's play fake for Mayfield. He sets up the screen. He's got Rachaad White with blockers. Flag thrown in the backfield. White's got the first down on the 33. He's brought down by Amari Burney. He made the stop, but it looks good like this is coming back. It's going to be holding on Tampa Bay.
On Tampa Bay. It's a good call, too, because it would have been either a legal man down the field.
Number 78 offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
And good sign for the Raiders to see Adam Butler come back out on the football field. He's joining the defense now.
The crowd didn't like it here. They just saw it on the big board. It's the 4th penalty called on Tampa. And the penalty and the marker will take the ball back to the 47-yard line. So instead of a first down, 2nd down and 11 for Baker Mayfield, who's 12 of 17. He's got 155 yards. High completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, but he's also thrown a pick. He's also lost a fumble. Multiple turnovers today for Tampa for the 6th time this year. Mayfield's back to throw. He climbs the pocket. He's wrapped up and sacked. Darnay Holmes with his left hand reached out and just pulled him to the turf. That's strength from the 195-pound corner.
Well, Holmes does when it's playing for Nate Hobbs, and this is a nickel blitz. One of Patrick Graham's favorite defenses to call. Comes in, and the protection breaks down in the backfield.
Link, I thought he grabbed his jersey. He actually had him by his left hand. Darnay Holmes used his left hand to grab Mayfield's non-throwing hand, and he ripped him to the turf for an 8-yard sack. Man, oh man, you're getting plays today from guys who haven't made them like this all year.
That's what you like to see.
Big time. Chase on a pick. Holmes a sack. Burney is sacked. And it's third down coming up as we hit the 2-minute warning. Raiders down 14-10. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Non-stop flights from Las Vegas to Provo, Utah, one way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 1/9/2025 for travel between 12/15/2024 and 2/9/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
What's the greatest chill in Raider Nation? How about catching a game from Coors Light Landing with a great view, seat service, and even a cup holder that keeps your beer cold? Well, get ready, Raiders fans, because Coors Light is giving you the chance to win silver seat tickets to a game at Allegiant Stadium. Visit CoorsLight.com/Raiders to learn more and enter. No purchase necessary. Starts 8/5/24, ends 1/31/25 at 11:59 p.m. PT. Enter by 11/10/24 for silver seats ticket. Must be legal resident of Nevada or Utah, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/Raiders. Celebrate responsibly.
Ron Knockfee with Knockfee Injury Law. Here to give you some facts before you pick an injury lawyer. Fact 1. A lot of lawyers say they're the best, but only Knockfee won Best of Las Vegas Gold 11 straight times. Fact 2. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Knockfee at 702-INJURED.
Now the Buccaneers on their first two drives had 137 yards, almost 10 minutes of possession, and 2 touchdowns. They looked like they were about to blow out the Raiders. It was 14-0, but the defense for the Silver and Black has cranked it up. On the Bucs' last 4 drives, including this, they have just 57 yards. They've turned it over twice, a 3-and-out. The Raiders now have 3 sacks and 2 takeaways in Link. Amari Burney had his first career sack. Darnay Holmes, his rookie year with the Giants, had a half sack. So he has his first whole sack. I mean, you're getting Caleb Chase on his first career interception. I mean, this second quarter has been awesome.
It's going back to what AP has said all this week. Is this team always has fight. They never give up. They never say die.
So third down and 19. Raiders have 2 timeouts left. They get a stop. They'll get the ball back, and they get the ball to start the third. Bucs need to get to the Raiders' 36-yard line. Mayfield back to throw. Some late pressure. Fires near side. He's got Evans, but he's wrapped up by Jack Jones right when he caught it at the 41-yard line. So he's about 4 yards shy of the marker. See if Antonio Pierce takes the timeout. He is not. And Baker Mayfield using some pace.
Yep, they're not ready.
We'll see if they're going for it or if they're just going to try to drive the Raiders off sides. He's under center. He's using a hard count. Now Mayfield stands up. Still 20 on the play clock. Now Mayfield's back under center. He's marking signals. I think and he's going to bring his Sterling Shepard. You just heard him say, Shep, come here. He moves him over to the right side. This looks like they're just trying to waste time and draw the Raiders off sides. They're not going to snap it. He stands up. There's 2. There's 1. And now Todd Bowles takes a timeout. So here's the bigger question now, Link. So Antonio Pierce did not take his timeout. So that takes 40 seconds off the clock away from Aiden O'Connell. But for Todd Bowles, does he go for it after taking all that time off? So that's a win for Tampa Bay. But also Chase McLaughlin's career is 57. This would be a 58-yarder.
Yeah, we're right at that point where you have to make that decision. And Todd, I mean, what's funny to me is that's why if I was AP, I would have taken the time out.
Yeah.
To stop the clock. Give yourself a little bit more time.
Well, here's the other thing. So Tampa Bay still has 2 timeouts left, and they're leaving the offense on the field. Now, if you get a stop, that 40 seconds doesn't matter quite as much.
Not if you
don't get a stop, you'd rather Tampa Bay not have as much time, but they're on the plus side of the field anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Offense is out there for Tampa Bay. Mayfield's got the team in a huddle. It's 14-10.
It's going to be another hard count to start with.
You don't think they're going to snap this?
Well, they're going to snap it, but it's going to be off of a hard count.
Bucs picked up a 4th down earlier. And now Antonio Pierce takes that timeout. He does not like what Tampa Bay came out with, and now he calls that timeout.
Okay. Okay.
Well, so again, you said earlier you would have rather.
I would have rather taken the time out to make sure you get your defense set. This is an important down.
Yeah.
If they're going to go for it, right?
But also, if you get the stop, you want the 150 left, not 114.
I mean, that's exactly my second point, was to be that you had more time to do with your offense.
So the whistles blow, and Bucs, like they did before, they are coming out with the offense. So it is 4th down and 4. The ball rests just to the left of the 40-yard line. They're in plus territory. Mike Evans, he walks slowly out of the huddle, the slot to the left. 3 catches for 37 yards. They move the tight end over that way too. Raiders with 7 across the line. Here they come with a blitz. Mayfield throws. It's batted at the line. Almost picked off. Broken up by Jack Jones and a late flag.
It's a good call. He grabbed his hand.
This is now Adam Butler's coming over. He's saying the ball was tipped at the line. I thought the ball was tipped at the line, which would wave off any pass interference.
Yeah, Jack Jones did grab his arm though.
I'm positive, Link, that ball was tipped at the line.
You can't challenge that.
Well, the officials are conferring. Adam Butler came running over to the man who threw the flag to say, hey, that ball was tipped. It's the field judge, John Jenkins, who threw the flag. Now, they're showing the replay. I mean, Jack Jones is grabbing his left arm. That part is true, but if the ball was deflected at the line, there is no pass interference.
Pass interference, number 18, defense. Ball will be placed, spot of foul, automatic first down.
Adam Butler tipped the ball, Link. He tipped the ball with his left hand.
I don't know if you can challenge that.
Well, we're inside of 2 minutes, remember.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they would have to come up from upstairs.
I mean, you would think replay assists could talk. I mean, that ball absolutely is deflected at the line.
Yeah, no doubt.
So a bad break for the Raiders defense. Adam Butler made the play. Jack Jones called for pass interference, and the Bucs have a fresh set of downs on the Raiders 29. Mayfield hands it off inside, picking his way through defenders. Rashad White down to the 21, keeps his feet, and he keeps it going all the way down to the 20. That's a 9-yard run as we go inside of 60 seconds to play before halftime. I mean, that's a bad job by the officials. It's a bad job.
No doubt, no doubt.
I mean, Raiders fans are still upset about what should have been or could have been a false start last week by the far official, which turned into be a final play of the game. Raiders fumbled the football. 2nd and 1. Mayfield to throw. He looks right. He pumps right. He's hit as he throws. It's a wobbler. End zone. Picked off. Jack Jones in the end zone. He's coming out of the end zone. He's at the 5. He reserves his field. Oh, and a hop step at the 10. Jones at the 15, and he's finally going to run out of bounds on the near sideline. You know what that is? That's ball don't lie. That's what that is. Jack Jones with a pick in the end zone. His second takeaway of the year. And that defensive stop brought to you by Coors Light.
Now there's another flag.
An official beer of Raider Nation made to chill.
Lining up in the neutral zone, number 15 of the offense. The penalty is declined. Result plays an interception.
Hey, Alan Eck, get out of my read. Defensive stop brought to you by Coors Light. An official beer of Raider Nation made to chill. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Interesting. False start should negate the play.
No, offsides. He lined up. The offensive player lined up offsides.
I thought he said false start.
No, he said lined up offsides.
Okay.
Link, the Raiders defense coming into this ball game, coming into game 13 of the year, had 5 takeaways. The Raiders defense here in the first half has 3 takeaways. Now the question is, Jack Jones had the pick. He brought it out to the 16-yard line, but there's only 25 seconds. Nope. Raiders have 1 timeout. They're going to take a knee. That's what they're doing because they're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Down the ball.
What a quarter for this Raiders defense. The Raiders defense, as they run to the locker room, trailed the Bucs 14-0, and we're getting beaten badly.
True story.
And in the second quarter, 3 takeaways, 3 sacks, and they are heading to the locker room set to give Aiden O'Connell the ball and all kinds of confidence.
And now you're making Baker Mayfield look average.
Yes.
Last couple of series out.
No question. Raiders trail in Tampa, 14-10 on the road. It is halftime. Tim Cates on the other side with the Silver and Black Studios and the report. Get you caught up on what happened there in the first half. First half stats and highlights and all that more. You're listening to Raiders Football.
Awakening returns to Wynn Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined. Experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening, live in Las Vegas.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy.
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Raider Nation. Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Las Vegas Raiders to offer you free wings this football season with a promotion called Sacks for Wings. Anytime the Raiders get 2 or more sacks, you win 6 free wings with a $10 minimum spend. Sacks for Wings is valid the following 3 days after each qualifying game at all 10 Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout the greater Las Vegas metro area. Enjoy award-winning wings and every football game all season long at Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud sponsor of the Raiders.
At Bank of Nevada, we believe business banking is like football. It's about doing the little things right. Our local team of financial experts is here to coach you every step of the way to help you tackle your business goals. With our comprehensive range of tailored banking and financing services, we equip you with a winning game plan for your business. Bank of Nevada is proud to support the Las Vegas Raiders and proud to support your business growth and success. Discover the winning strategy by visiting bankofnevada.com. Bank of Nevada is a division of Western Alliance Bank. Member FDIC.
Awakening returns to Wynn Las Vegas. Restaged and reimagined. Experience the jaw-dropping spectacle in one of the most immersive theaters ever created. Awakening, live in Las Vegas.
Now, rejoining us from the Silver and Black Studios, here's Tim Cates.
Halftime at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers a 14-10 lead over the Raiders. A first half dominated by Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers offense. The second quarter absolutely dominated by the Raiders defense, getting turnovers, sacks, and putting the offense in good position, leading to a touchdown and a field goal. We'll get you the highlights and the first half stats coming up in just a couple of minutes. Let's get you caught up on what's happening in the 6 other early games here in Week 14 of the NFL. They're at the half in Minneapolis. Vikings playing the Atlanta Falcons, who the Raiders will see next Monday night. Vikings with a 14-10 lead. Sam Darnold with a pair of touchdowns.
Darnold out of the gun. Jefferson back and forth in motion out to the left. Takes the snap. Darnold standing in the pocket. Throws over the middle. Jefferson a reaching grab in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Justin Jefferson. His first touchdown catch in 7 games. It goes for 12 yards. And Minnesota, after taking points off the board on the penalty, take the lead for the first time.
Chris Carino on Compass Media Networks with the call. Sam Darnold, 12-yard touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson. He's also got a 49-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Addison. Vikings 14, Falcons 10 at the half. They've started the third quarter in Nashville. Titans with a 3-0 lead over the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're at the half in Miami. Dolphins with a 15-13 lead over Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. Rodgers 11 of 17, 152 yards passing. Isaiah Davis with a touchdown run for the Jets. Tua Tagovailoa 15 of 18 for 165 yards passing. Halftime in Pittsburgh. Steelers with a 13-7 lead over the Cleveland Browns. You've got a touchdown pass from Jameis Winston to Jerry Jeudy from 35 yards out. Najee Harris with a 1-yard touchdown run. Saints in New York taking on the Giants. Saints a 7-3 lead at the half. Kendre Miller a 8-yard touchdown run, the only score for both teams. Panthers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. They've reached the half. Eagles a 14-10 lead. They were down 10-7 in the final minute. Jalen Hurts a 4-yard touchdown pass to Devontae Smith with 14 seconds to go. They've got a 4-point lead at the break, 14-10. That is the same score as our game. Buccaneers, though, with a 4-point lead over the Raiders at the half. Coming up, we'll dive deeper into the first half stats and the highlights. I'm Tim Cates, and you're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP.
You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. or if you overcame.
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Go on, get a little out there. Travel beyond Nevada's neon glow. Drive where the stars sparkle and the desert goes and goes. Visit a world apart. See some funky art. Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart. Go on, get a little out there. Start planning your trip at travelnevada.com.
Tim Case back inside our Silver and Black studios with the halftime report. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers with a 14-10 lead over the Las Vegas Raiders. Buccaneers, a long 12-play, 85-yard drive to start the game. They chewed up 7 minutes off the clock to start this football game. It ended with a 15-yard touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield to Jalen McMillan, and just like that, the Buccaneers had a 7-0 lead. The Raiders' first possession, 3 and out, A.J. Cole. Not a great punt. Bucs take over at midfield, and they didn't waste any time. Cade Otton, 20-yard catch and run. Rashad White, a run to 13 and 12 yards, and then a 5-yard touchdown run from Rashad White to cap off that quick drive. A 5-yard score gave Tampa Bay a 14-0 lead. Second quarter, the Raiders defense, though, creating turnovers. Buccaneers 3rd and 8 at their own 40. Baker Mayfield was picked off. Chase on the interception. The Raiders get the ball right back and turn it right back over. First play from scrimmage after the interception, a botch snap. Aiden O'Connell fumbles the ball. Buccaneers take over. However, the Raiders defense came up big for a second time, getting a second turnover.
And the Raiders starting to get their handle on it. Here comes Mary on a blitz. All out. And he's sacked in the backfield.
Ball's out.
And Amari Burney with the sack.
Raider ball.
And the Raiders have a fumble recovery. It's their first defensive fumble recovery of the season. Burney with the sack. Merrick the recovery. Back-to-back takeaways for this Raiders defense.
Amari Burney with the strip sack. Raiders take over at the Tampa Bay 45. Brock Bowers, a one-handed catch for 12 yards. Michael Mayer, 29-yard catch and run. A pass interference in the end zone. Puts the ball at the 1-yard line. The next play, AOC for a TD.
O'Connell keeps it. They push him towards the end zone. They're still pushing. O'Connell's rushing. Touchdown Raiders! Aiden O'Connell pushed from behind by Mauga, and the Raiders capitalize on the takeaway to get back in this ball game with 9:21 to go in the second.
Aiden O'Connell, 1-yard touchdown run, made it 14-7. The Raiders defense would force a 3 and out. They'd also force a punt there at midfield. Raiders get it down inside the 15, but settle for a Daniel Carlson 25-yard field goal. That's where we stand, 14-10 at the half. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 218 yards of total offense to the Raiders, 108 yards of total offense in that first half. With the defense coming up big, they had 3 turnovers from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, also 3 sacks on Baker Mayfield. That's it for the halftime report. Up next, we'll go back inside Raymond James Stadium for the second half. Buccaneers 14, Raiders 10. I'm Tim Case. You're listening to Raiders Football.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders in our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we're sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2024 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
Curly Top Baker Gourmet Cookies was founded in 2018 with a desire to feed the homeless community one cookie at a time. Curly Top Baker is a 100% woman and minority owned and operated small business located in Henderson, Nevada. Curly Top Baker offers local delivery, pickup, and ships nationwide. Curly Top Baker prides itself in providing a high quality, made from scratch, gooey, melt-in-your-mouth cookie. Plus, a portion of all sales goes back to feeding others in need. A cookie truly everybody will remember. Visit our website at curlytopbaker.com or by calling 702-842-1022.
Welcome to the new house of Silver and Black, Jack. Boyd Gaming is now a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And there's one motto: just win, baby. Because with Boyd, every day is game day. And everybody is a fan. Orleans, Suncoast, Fremont, and the Boyd family of casinos. Where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 800-522-4700.
This football season, your number one goal is winning. At ABM, our number one goal is keeping you safe through the touchdowns, celebrations, and more. While you cheer on the Las Vegas Raiders and make lasting memories with family and friends, ABM is continuing to do our part by providing elevated janitorial services in Allegiant Stadium. For more information about ABM, contact our team at abm.com.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Raider Nation, JT the Brick here. Pizza Hut's original stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. This OG is topped and stuffed with almost 1 pound of cheese. It's the crust that's been converting crust deniers into crust lovers for over 2 decades. At just $13.99, our large original stuffed is topped with your favorite one topping served with hot, delicious melted cheese on top and inside the crust. Now at all Las Vegas Pizza Hut locations, availability charges and minimums vary. Pizza Hut is a proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's the start of the second half of Raiders football. Now, let's rejoin Jason Horowitz and Lincoln Kennedy back out at the field.
Now, the Raiders had 3 takeaways in the second quarter. First time since Week 10 in 2020 that the Raiders had 3 takeaways in a quarter. That was against the Broncos. Here today, all against Baker Mayfield. He had 2 interceptions, one by Kayvon Chason, one by Jack Jones. You had a fumble recovery. Trayvon Merrick on a sack by Amari Burney. And all put it together, Link, after a 14-0 deficit. We're about to start the third quarter with the Raiders getting the ball down 14-10.
Well, just when things looked bleak at the beginning of the game, Jason, it's come around, and now we got ourselves a ball game. So we'll see what the Raiders are able to do with this first drive. Opening things up here, they took a whole lot of momentum into the locker room for halftime, but see if they can duplicate and finish off this game.
Not a ton of offense on the statistics side, just 103 yards for the Raiders, 1 of 4 on third down. Again, the short fields because of those takeaways, but also the fumble by Aiden O'Connell on the exchange with Jackson Powers Johnson after the first takeaway. You know, and the other part, too, credit them for coming off of that, because that could have led to this team, because they were down 14-0.
That's right.
They could have gone in the tank, and instead they're right in this game. Jack Browning with a kickoff right to left. Abdullah's waiting for it. He's got it on the goal line, and he's racing out across the 20. Hits the middle of the field, 25, and he's spun down at the 29-yard line by Payne Durham, the tight end. And so that is where Aiden O'Connell will take over. Link, he started 1 of 4. He hit his next 5 of 7 passes. He has a rushing touchdown from a yard out. He's been hit. He's had some passes dropped. It's looked better than 6 of 11.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, it took a while for this offense to get into a little bit of rhythm. But as you mentioned, with the short field, it's hard to get into those rhythms when you stay consistent. Let's see what they do on this drive.
Sincere McCormick started today, 6 carries for 40 yards. And a 29-yard carry in the second quarter. He's the lone tailback. 2 tight ends in the game. It is a handoff to McCormick, trying the middle, hops across the 30, and man, is he quick and strong. Out to the 35, Logan Hall made the stop along with Vi Jones, but it's a 6-yard pickup through the middle on first down.
Mayer led him right up in the hole as an ISO block, and he pulled the backside guard. A little bit of a power play. Way to start off with an idea, generate that momentum off a first down.
And, like, here's the other thing, too, for Tampa. They were already missing 3 linebackers and starting safety Mike Edwards. Antoine Winfield Jr. is out for the rest of the game. So Kayvon Merriweather, who just signed with the Bucs 5 days ago, is in the game. O'Connell settles in the pocket. He's being chased. He's racing. He's pumping. 35 down to the 38-yard line. He's tracked down from behind on the near sideline by Kalijah Cansey. And he fell down hard on his knee, and he is slow to get up. He is helped up by Harrison Bryant, but he is trotting back. Now, he did pick up enough for the first down, Link. They gave him the 39. But he is slowly walking back to the huddle.
A lot of times when you're tackled from behind by defenders, you'll either come down wrong on that ankle or that knee. hyperextend stuff. But as you mentioned, AOC was slow getting up.
Now the Raiders bring on an extra lineman. Thayer Munford comes in. Brock Bowers was in the huddle, and he raced off to the sideline. So Munford is outside right tackle DJ Glaze. O'Connell is under center. They're looking to run to Sincere McCormick. He's hit in the hole. He keeps his feet and still goes out to the 45. He was pounded right at the line. He lowered his shoulder and picked up 5 more yards.
Safety's coming in and trying to help out and the man in the box. And I'm just, Jason, I'm just watching Aidan O'Connell closely. He's grimacing. Camera is following him this last play.
Well, and you wanted to remember, he broke his thumb week 7 in L.A.
Right.
He was tackled from behind. It was one of those where, he was running. He landed on both knees uncomfortably. But he's sticking around. Remember, Desmond Ridder is the backup quarterback. Gardner Minshew on IR with the broken collarbone. 2nd down and 4. Handoff McCormick following Michael Mayer into the hole. He's met by Jones. He's got the 48-yard line. He's about a yard shy of the marker. So it'll be 3rd down and 1. Raiders opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They trail the Buccaneers 14-10 here in Tampa. By the way, I realized coming back from halftime that people take a long time to get back to their seats. You and I are sitting here. We're looking across the Raiders sideline. There's nobody in the stands. You see a bunch of empty red seats, a bunch of empty pewter seats. It's empty.
Nobody wants to sit in the sun.
That's fair. It's only 70 degrees.
That was still.
I want to be out in the sun. I'm going to go back to snow. O'Connell's in the shotgun. 3rd down and 1. Handoff inside. McCormick dances. Has the 1st down. He's tripped up, but he leaned forward right across the 49. Whoa. Got exactly what he needed, and it's 1st and 10.
He needed to lean because there was a lot of red shirts in that hole. Safety's coming down. Linebackers filling, so there wasn't a whole lot of room for him to get it. But good job by the young man to get the 1st down and keep the chains moving.
Link, we're about to have the 6th play of the drive. The Raiders have not passed. Now, O'Connell was going to pass, and then he scrambled.
Right.
And you wonder, too, if they're being a little extra cautious here because of whatever happened when he fell down. Amir Abdul is in the backfield for O'Connell. Shotgun. He is going to throw. There's pressure. He fires near side. High grab. Michael Mayer snatched it out of the air and fell onto his back at the Buccaneers' 45-yard line. He picked up 5. It was not an accurate throw, but Mayer, who had the stumbling issue earlier, was able to bring this one in for a 5-yard pickup.
Him catching the ball in front of their corner, McCallum, was fortunate because if he misses it, it's probably going to be an interception. As you mentioned, that throw was high. Mayer had to go up and get it.
Opening drive. Raiders have taken 4 minutes off of this 3rd quarter clock. Trailed this game 14-0. They're down 14-10. Jacoby Myers. Harris Marshall out to the left. Now Marshall motions out to the right. O'Connell, the snap. He hands off McCormick. Nice hole. Keeps his feet. He's churning through the middle. He's pushed back. Buccaneers stand him up at the 42-yard line. But again, for the better part of the first 9 weeks of the year, we were talking about no gain, loss of 1.
Yep.
Raiders are still statistically the worst running team in the NFL, but it's looked different the last 3-4 weeks.
Tampa Bay is kind of in the middle of the National Football League, giving up 117 yards on the ground for rushing. And right now we're seeing this offense start to wear them down a little bit, especially with them, Tampa Bay being depleted at linebacker.
Yep. 11 carries for McCormick. He's got 61 yards. Last week he had 12 for 64 in Kansas City. An I formation. O'Connell sneaks in and he's got the 1st down. I don't know that Tampa Bay saw that coming because he got the football link and he went underneath the defense for 2 yards. And America First Credit Union's 1st down for the hometown, where America First will donate $100 to a local charity for every Raiders 1st down inside Allegiant Stadium this season. Who says he's not mobile?
I do.
He's wiry.
If that's what you want to call it.
Sneaky. Fresh set of downs. Long opening drive of this 3rd quarter for the Silver and Black. Shotgun for O'Connell. There's the snap. He's going to throw. Quick out. Jacoby Myers, 35. He said he grabbed it, but he's got 6 yards. He was met right when he caught it by Kayvon Merriweather, but a quick throw. And the 1st down pickups have been different here the last couple of drives.
That's how you stay ahead of the change. You stay ahead of schedule. And that last one, reading the hot read, you have a corner blitz from the short side of the field, the boundary side of the field. And Aiden did exactly what he's supposed to do. Just take what the defense gives you before the safety can react and get it to Jacoby Myers and get some yards.
10th play of the drive coming up here. Raiders gave up a 7-minute drive to open this game to Tampa. And they are opening up the second half with something similar. 8:53 to go here in the 3rd. 2nd and 4 on the Bucs 34. O'Connell toss play out to the right. McCormick has a cut. Has the 30. Here's sideline 25. And an ankle tackle brought him down at the 23. Christian Izzian made the stop. But McCormick is getting his foot in the ground. He's getting upfield. And he picked up 11 more yards.
You got Harrison Bryant in there. It was one of the tight ends. Good job at both sealing up the perimeter as they were trying to stretch the run outside. And Cecilian McCormick did a good job using his vision, cutting back inside.
5'9", 205-pound bowling ball here today in Tampa. Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker both out to the left. Brock Bowers the lone wide out to the right. Now Myers motions into the backfield and circles to the left. O'Connell throws the screen to McCormick. Gets a block from Parham inside the 20. Block. And he's down to the 15-yard line. Dylan Parham was the first one out there, and then Jackson Powers Johnson came out to block Zion McCollum, and the quick screen picked up 8 yards.
Laid him out. Nice block by JPJ coming out there and laying out the corner. That's how you insert your will right there, and they're going.
And they are leaning on this Bucs defense. 2nd and 2. Inside handoff. This time McCormick's met in the hole, and he picked up nothing. So they went fast. Kalijah Cansey, the second-year former first-round pick out of Pittsburgh, made the stop. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Raiders. Inside the Bucs 15-yard line. Already 7:20 to go in the third. 13th play of this drive for Las Vegas. Down 14-10. Trying to take a lead in a game they trailed by 2 touchdowns. Brock Bowers is on the sideline here on this 3rd down and short. 3 receivers stacked to the right. Again, they run the QB sneak. And I don't know that this time that O'Connell got it.
Yeah, it's awfully close. And they're looking at the line judge that's on this side. He's short.
Yeah, they say 4th down.
Yeah.
Now, replay assist can help the spot.
AP's
talking for us. He thought that's a bad spot. Now, remember, he lost the challenge earlier. I mean, like, it's hard to tell.
On the field for measurement.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
They're going to stop this to measure, and that's maybe what AP wanted. He wants time to look at it. He wants time to think about throwing the challenge flag. But for right now, they just stop it, and they're going to come bring the chains out for a measurement.
And I'm still waiting for another replay because the last one I saw on TV, you couldn't tell where Aiden
O'Connell was an angle. Yeah. So here come the chains from the near sideline. They're going to stretch this. The ball is put just inside the 14.
He's short.
They haven't stretched it just yet. Mm-hmm. Now they do. Yeah, he's short by a solid, almost a full yard.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even if they respotted this, that's a full yard that he needs to get. So now, and you know, I mean, look, Raiders today have not gone forward on 4th and 2 in the Bucs 6. This is 4, we'll call it 3/4 of a yard. You're wearing down the Bucs defense. You've had a great opening drive. It's been methodical, nothing explosive. What a statement this would be. You got to pick this up.
The Bucs just brought in an entire new defensive line for this play. Raiders have their 13 personnel, 3 tight ends, 1 receiver.
They brought Brock Bowers and Harrison Bryant both in. Michael Mayer too. All 3 tight ends. O'Connell's under center. Bryant motions to the left. It's a run to McCormick. He's got the first down. Pounds through the left side for 2 yards. Down to the 12. A statement 4th down pickup. Fresh set of downs for the Raiders.
It's been a long time coming, but I'm glad to see it happening. These Raiders offenses have struggled with short yardage, goal line all year. And now you put it together.
I mean, like, at one point this year, the Raiders were 2 of 10 on 4th down.
Oh, man.
With the 2 today, I mean, they're now 10 of 20, so they're starting to pick that up. Down to 11 on the play clock. They finally break the huddle. More than 9 minutes off this opening drive. Myers the lone, split out to the right. Down to 3. O'Connell's under center. He gets the snap. Everybody bunched. The flag flies, and McCormick's tripped up inside the 10.
It's going to be a legal formation.
Yeah, they didn't have somebody was covered up, right?
Mm-hmm. Illegal shift.
Yep.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 men were in motion. Both did not get set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
So there you go. So it'll be 1st and 15 back on the 17. You know, last week we talked about it, and Antonio Pierce has talked about it. When the team is 2 and 10, you're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. You've lost 8 in a row. there has not been quit. And when this team got down 14-0, you wondered if this would be the week where it kind of came undone. And that has not happened.
Has not happened. They've responded. And the thing is, the players that have responded are the young ones, the newcomers to the team, have found a place.
Bowers motions to the right. Brock only has one catch today for 12 yards. O'Connell's coming up throwing over the middle. He dumps it short. It's Mayer. Hops a man at the 10, and he lands on his shoulders. He was streaking across the middle. He was hopped over by Levante David. Flipped him over at the 10-yard line, but he did pick up 7 yards streaking across the middle.
You're going to get tired of seeing these tight ends jump.
I mean, he landed on his helmet. Aside from the fact that you're not going anywhere, we all know, obviously, like the other part is when that happens, it's dangerous.
Exactly, because you're coming down awkwardly.
Empty set here on 2nd and 8 on the Bucs 10. Amir Abdullah splits out wide right. Remember, he can grab touchdowns out of the backfield. He's got 2 this year. Shotgun to O'Connell. He looks right. He pumps. Trying to find Bowers. Oh, it's picked off. Bad throw. A terrible decision. He thought Bowers was coming inside. Instead, it's the rookie, Tyke Smith, who cut him off and picked it off at the 8-yard line.
There's that bracket coverage. I knew they were going to play on Bowers. Inside out. Safety over the top. Bad decision by AOC.
A 10-minute drive comes up empty. And the Raiders have their second giveaway of the ball game. Bucs take over. 4:40 to go in the second. Tampa Bay 14, Las Vegas 10. We'll step aside. You're listening to Raiders football.
At Smith's, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Raider Nation. Buffalo Wild Wings has partnered with the Las Vegas Raiders to offer you free wings this football season with a promotion called Sacks for Wings. Anytime the Raiders get 2 or more sacks, you win 6 free wings with a $10 minimum spend. Sacks for Wings is valid the following 3 days after each qualifying game at all 10 Buffalo Wild Wings locations throughout the greater Las Vegas metro area. Enjoy award-winning wings and every football game all season long at Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud sponsor of the Raiders.
Raiders fans, Terribles Game Day giveaway is back and bigger than ever. Shop at your local Terribles and make a purchase of $10 or more. Earn 10 entries when you make a Coors Light or Coca-Cola purchase. Scan your Terribles app rewards code and earn entries for every game throughout the season. Score a $1,000 Raiders shopping spree. Hotel accommodations from Coca-Cola and a Coors Light Silver Seat experience. Every day is game day, exclusively at Terribles. Visit Terribles.com for details.
With shared values of commitment to excellence, teamwork, and community service, NV Energy is proud to partner with the Las Vegas Raiders in our Seats for Soldiers program. To show our appreciation for Nevada's military and veteran service members, we're sending some of these deserving individuals to a Las Vegas Raiders home game at Allegiant Stadium during the 2024 season. When it comes to supporting Nevada's communities and its military, you can count on NV Energy. Visit Raiders.com/Seats for Soldiers to learn more.
More disappointing end to a really good drive. Raiders had a 16-play, 61-yard, 10-plus minute opening drive to this third quarter length, but a really bad throw by Aiden O'Connell in the red zone, picked off, and now Tampa Bay takes over on its own 7-yard line.
His initial receiver was taken away, came back to try to check it down and get rid of the football. Notices some pressure up the middle, and just a bad throw, as you mentioned.
Bucky Irving still out of this ball game for Tampa Bay. So they take over on 1st and 10. Mayfield with a run up the middle, hops into the hole. And Rachaad White is brought down. No, he kept it going. He looked like he was going to be brought down at the 9 and somehow squirted his way out to the 14. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football. Rachaad White, 9 carries, 58 yards. He has averaged 6.4 a carry. Bucky Irving normally is that guy, but today that hasn't been the case with his injury early in this ball game. Two receivers tight to the left for Baker Mayfield. Again, hands it off to White. He stops into the backfield, cuts it out to the left with a stiff arm. First down 20, and he's dragged out of bounds. Polamau finally takes him to the turf at the 26-yard line. But Rachaad White picked up 12, and he stopped dead in his tracks before he got to the line. Cut it out to the left, and it was one-on-one with the defender.
The Raiders' defense did a good job at just corralling everything on the inside, but then when he broke out, there was nobody to contain on the perimeter, and he does the rest just being physical.
He threw to Cameron Richardson to the turf. So 1st and 10 for Tampa with 20 on the 26. And you wonder, you wonder after they just saw the Raiders go and try and beat them down, if they're going to try and do the same here running the football.
That's exactly what you do.
Payne Durham in motion. It's another handoff. They blow this dead. It's a false start because that was a huge hole.
It's putting him mildly.
That was about to be a long run through the middle.
False start, number 67, offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Luke Gedeke, the right tackle. That is the 5th penalty on the Bucs. So it'll be first down at 15. Not a ton of movement.
Yeah, just slight, but still moving all the same.
You played right tackle. Did you ever feel like you got away with false starts?
Of course. Wasn't called.
What was it, the left hip that moved, not the right?
Right foot, right toe.
Put your left foot in, you put your left foot out. And we see if they call the flag, and we shake it all about. 1st and 15 for Tampa Bay inside of 3 minutes, third quarter. Mayfield empty set, back to throw, over the middle, wide open man. Chason makes the hit, and he corrals Cade Otton at the 27-yard line on the right hash mark. Just the second catch today for what was the Buccaneers' leading receiver coming into the game. He picked up 6. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, Baker Mayfield did that last throw to Cade Otton just to make it a manageable situation for 2nd and 3rd down. Now you're looking at 2nd down and 9, which is on a normal pace pattern.
I promise we will not have any more hokey pokey references the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Sean Tucker checks in the backfield, the former Syracuse Orange. Had a big game earlier this year against New Orleans. Mayfield out of the gun. It's a low snap. He corrals, throws it right, and it's blocked at the line by Crosby. 3rd one today. The Raiders have batted down at the line. He was trying to quickly throw it out to the flat to Tucker, and Crosby flew in and had both hands in the air.
We're seeing these ends are being taught to get their hands up quickly because Baker Mayfield wants to get rid of the football. And as you mentioned, that's the 2nd one that's been knocked down today.
The Raiders came into this game 2nd in the NFL and batted balls at the line of scrimmage behind only Pittsburgh. I mean, they have been very good at that this year. Snowden, the guys from the secondary, the whole thing. So 3rd down and 9. The Bucs today 2 of 7 on 3rd down. They've missed on their last 4. Mayfield with a 5-step drop. He's looking left. There's some late pressure. He pump fakes. There's a late flag. He's hit from behind, and he's brought down for a sack at the 26. Chason and Merrick combine on the sack. He tried to escape. It's a 1-yard loss. There's a flag in the backfield, but it's going to be holding on Tampa Bay.
62 offense. The penalties decline. It's 4th down.
That is the 4th sack today by Antonio Pierce and Patrick Graham's defense.
What they are doing is they are making Baker Mayfield think about where he wants to go with this football. He's pulled it down several times, and everyone will tell you in the National Football League, if you pat that football, you're asking for trouble. Max protection, keeping 7 men in to help out protection. Baker had nowhere to go.
So Browning on to kick it for the 2nd time today. His first punt went 49 yards, but Abdul had a 16-yard return. Amir is waiting for it on the Raiders' 23-yard line. Browning gets into it. It's a short punt, and Abdullah's on the run. Catches it at the 35 in the sun. Far sideline 40. Keeps his feet 45. Down the sideline, and finally pushed out of bounds right at midfield. And he puts the little hand down because it was the punter, Browning, who shoved him out of bounds. But get off me.
And now look at the body language between the white jerseys and the red jerseys. It's definitely different than it was after that 14-point start.
Well, it has been ever since the start of the 2nd quarter. Raiders get the ball back. They have dominated Tampa Bay since, but they still trail. Bucs 14, Raiders 10. Timeout. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network. Hey, Raiders fans. Jason Horowitz again reminding you that halftime is a great time to learn more about Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat from the same team that created Come to slot games where you can pick your team, play your team, and put a whole new spin on just win, baby. Check out the Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Raiders. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy.
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Provo, Utah, one way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 1/9/2025 for travel between 12/15/2024 and 2/9/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
1:51 to go in the third quarter. The Bucs and Falcons come into this week tied 6-6 atop the NFC South. The Raiders trying to put their stamp on that division and change how that playoff race will shape out. The Bucs today, the Falcons next week in Vegas. Raiders down 14-0 in the first and have owned the game since, but still trail 14-10. Aiden O'Connell comes in under center as Brock Bowers had his hand on the turf, now motion slot left. It's a throw on first down. Clean pocket looking that way for Bowers, and he throws it way out of bounds. He was double teamed. He was really a two-man route like Trey Tucker was down the field, and he threw it about 5-6 yards into the bench.
And once again, Aiden O'Connell gets up gingerly after taking a shot on that last play. This is what I'm talking about. You got to be mindful of the ball. Take care of the football. He gets pushed down. Doesn't look over egregious, but he's slow getting up.
Well, we know turnovers have been a problem this year, right? It's been the number one story for this team, along with lack of takeaways for a matter. The defense today has gotten 3, but the offense has turned it over twice. A mishandled snap on an exchange from center, and then an interception inside the 5-yard line throw by O'Connell. He's back to throw. They're trying to set up the screen. He throws it for Tucker. It's picked off. He overthrew him. He never saw the safety coming over the top.
Can't do that.
Kayvon Merriweather, just signed 5 days ago, has his first career pick. It's the third giveaway today, and the Bucs have it inside the Raiders' territory.
Jason, the play was broken from the snap. They had too much penetration getting in the backfield. The Bucs did. Aiden O'Connell was in retreat trying to set up the screen. You can't do this. You cannot put the ball in jeopardy like that. That is a major no-no in the National Football League.
I mean, the question was, would he put the ball in jeopardy? That was why they went with Minshew to start the year.
Exactly right.
Minshew had all the turnover issues, but today Aiden O'Connell has thrown some bad passes, and the Bucs take over on the Raiders 45. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raider debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Raiders football is brought to you by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Experience world-class gaming at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Must be 21 and over to enter. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. Sports Water, the official water of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Karma Automotive, the official luxury EV vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Kaloa Rum Company. Taste the spirit of aloha. Kaloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Drink responsibly.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Tim Case back inside the Silver and Black Studios with a scoreboard update brought to you by Shift4 Payments. Experience the future of payments with Shift4, the official payments partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit Shift4.com to learn more. 5 minutes to go, third quarter in Miami. Jets lead the Dolphins 20-15. Fourth quarter in Nashville. Titans a 6-3 lead over the Jaguars. 2 minutes to go, third quarter in Minneapolis. Vikings have extended their lead now. They over the Falcons 21-13. 3 minutes to go, third quarter at MetLife Stadium. Saints out in front of the Giants 7-3. College football news. Barry Odom named the new head coach of Purdue. 19-8 in 2 seasons at UNLV, leading the Rebels to back-to-back Mountain West Championship game appearances, but he is gone to the Big Ten and Purdue. Back out now to Jason and Lincoln, guys.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. During the break, the officials looked at the turnover and said that when Kayvon Merriweather hit the ground, the ball hit the ground. So Aiden O'Connell bailed out.
Yep.
No interception. Raiders offense is back on the field with 1:41 to go in the third and a third down and 10 for O'Connell.
Here comes a blitz they ran earlier and got a sack on Aiden.
They look like they're about to bring 6. They bring 6. O'Connell looking left. He's scrambling out to the right, trying to find someone near side for Myers. Comes back and makes the grab low. Now it'll be interesting where they spot him. They'll mark him down just inside
Aiden
the 45. And Aiden O'Connell is still down on the near sideline, Link.
Yep, he is still down. Got hit again from the backside.
So, a couple of different things. Jacoby Myers was coming back for the ball, went low to make the grab. They spotted him short of the marker by about a couple of yards. So that wasn't a first down. But when Aiden O'Connell let go of that ball, Link, he got hit, and he is writhing in pain here on the near sideline.
Very similar situation to what happened to him earlier. And that should have been a late hit.
Yeah, Kalijah Cansey with a massive
That should have been a late hit.
He had let go of the football easily 3 steps before he got pushed in the back. And you know what? You know who was right there, Link? The Buccaneers coaching staff was right there, and as soon as O'Connell hit the ground, they were immediately calling for the far sideline
because he came down awkwardly on his knee.
Yeah. And Antonio Pierce is over. The entire Raiders offense is circled around Aiden O'Connell here on the near sideline. So he is still down. The training staff is looking at O'Connell. And Desmond Ridder is getting warmed up on the far sideline. We'll step aside. Raiders trailing the Bucs 14-10 with 1:23 to go in the third. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, so you can elevate your Las Vegas Raiders tailgate with legendary audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with a Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable trolley-style design. Visit alltechlansing.com/Raiders15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Raiders15 for 15% off. Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Raiders football is brought to you by Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light. Coors Light. Choose chill. An official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. There's no better place to celebrate than the sports and entertainment capital of the world, right here in Las Vegas.
So a late development here with 1:23 to go in the third. The cart has been brought out, the golf cart with the stretch on the back. Aiden O'Connell has an air cast link. They put an air cast on his leg, and remember, as he was rolling out to the sideline trying to escape the pressure, he was pushed in the back as he was racing to the sideline. He had let go of the ball maybe 2 or 3 steps before he was pushed. and must have come down extremely awkwardly on that left leg, which is now in an air cast. He has helped to his feet, and he is put on the back of that cart. And the Raiders all around their second quarterback, and that air cast is on that leg link, which means this might be Desmond Ritter's time the rest of the season.
I think so, man. Usually when you see that air cast and the cart come out, not a good sign. I mean, you don't want to speculate until we know more, but they have stabilized that leg, and hopefully Aiden O'Connell is okay.
Remember, he suffered a broken thumb on his throwing hand.
By the way, that should be a penalty on Cansey.
Yeah.
I mean, to follow through with a complete push, even after you had to step or so, the ref's right there should have thrown a play. Get somebody hurt that way.
Well, and too, the Raiders have a 4th down and 2 on the Bucs' 44-yard line as the game continues. If O'Connell's not hurt, you wonder if they're going for this, but O'Connell is hurt, and they do not send out Desmond Ridder to try this 4th down on the Bucs' 44-yard line.
Come off the sideline cold before you have a chance to truly warm up.
So A.J. Cole will try and pin Tampa Bay inside its own 10-yard line. He's one of the best in the NFL at doing this. He drops it to his right foot. He ends over ends to the near sideline. It bounces at the 4 and hops into the end zone. Ramel Keaton was down there, but he would have had to catch it on the fly, and he couldn't do it. So a punt of 44 yards, but just net of 24 yards.
Boy, when it rains, it pours, they say, and it's getting worse for the quarterback situation for the Raiders now. Yeah. Down 2 quarterbacks to the 3rd stringer.
Well, the defense has done the job here today. Yes. After those first 2 Buccaneer drives where they gained 134 yards. Tampa Bay, 243, but no points. They've turned it over 3 times. Raiders defense has given the offense all the chances in the world to win this game, but it's still a 4-point Tampa Bay lead with 1:04 to go in the 3rd. Raiders Bucs near the line. Otten in motion. Mayfield with some play fake. He's stepping up in the pocket. He's pressured. He still has the football. Throws it to the near sideline up for grabs, and he throws it just out of bounds. Mike Evans had stopped Link at the 25. He threw it to the 40. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up here for Tampa Bay.
Well, Baker was looking for Mike Evans on the sideline, but he was well covered. The Raiders did a good job at containing him pretty much in the pocket before he threw that football away. Good job by the secondary.
Mayfield started this game like 9 of 11. He's now 14 of 22, so he is 3 for his last 11. He's been sacked 4 times. He himself has turned it over 3 times, 2 picks and a lost fumble. Sterling Shepard motions out to the right. Mayfield puts in the belly of his running back, Rashad White. He's drilled by Spillane. He got in at the 22, and he bounced backwards 2 yards. Chason finished him off. Forward progress to the 22. But holy cow, Spillane, the leading tackler, delivered the blow.
Sorry for the sound effects, partner, but I heard that way up here with my headphones on. I'm like, ooh, that's a strike.
Yes, it is. And that strike sends Rashad White to the sideline. So Tucker checks in on 3rd down. Bucs have missed their last 5. We're down to 20 seconds left in the quarter. They do have to snap it. Just down to 7 on the play clock. Mayfield gets the snap. 5-step drop. He pumps to the right. He's going to escape out to the left. Fires behind Shepard. And he did hang on to the football at the 36-yard line. It was thrown behind him as he was angling towards the sideline. He reached back and made the catch. And that is how this 3rd quarter is going to come to an end. Tampa has it on the 36. Shepard with the grab. And the Bucs up 14-10 as we head to the 4th here in Florida. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders fans, you can be here for live NFL action all season long. As the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets so you never miss a single play. Whether you're cheering on the Raiders at home or away, find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Raiders.
Karma Automotive proudly serves as the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. As America's first and only ultra-luxury automaker, from our Cavea 1,000 horsepower Super Coupe to the Rivero, the extended range sedan, Karma blends supernatural innovation with American ingenuity. We are shaping the future of automotive aspiration. For assigned drivers only. Reserve your Karma at karmaautomotive.com.
Come to Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, California's #1 entertainment destination and the place for big wins. Every month, Yamava gives away luxury cars and exclusive prizes. Play at over 7,200 slots, the most in the West, and catch top-tier entertainment acts. Only at Yamava Resort and Casino, your California to Vegas connection. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, so you can elevate your Las Vegas Raiders tailgate with legendary audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with a Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable trolley-style design. Visit alltechlansing.com/Raiders15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Raiders15 for 15% off. Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders fans, you can be here for live NFL action all season long. As the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets so you never miss a single play. Whether you're cheering on the Raiders at home or away, find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Raiders.
Raiders football presented by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Start of the fourth quarter, same score as the start of the third quarter. Man, oh man, did a lot happen in the second and third quarters.
No doubt.
Raiders 3 second quarter takeaways, got back into this ball game. Third quarter opened with a 10-minute drive, but Aiden O'Connell threw an interception inside the 5. And then he has also been knocked out of this game with a leg injury. Buccaneers start with a 1st and 10. Mayfield taking a shot to the far sideline. It's too high, and it's off the hands of Mike Evans. All 6'5" of him on the far sideline. He overthrew him. He tipped it off into the sideline. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, Charles Snowden won't get the credit for it, but he really did do a good job on that last play by him playing underneath coverage. Baker had to throw it over him and try to get it down to Evans before the safety got there. The corner got there, recovered, and it was a bad throw by Baker.
Darnay Holmes today, the leading tackler for the Raiders with 7. He is tied a career high. He also has his first full career sack. Raiders have sacked Mayfield 4 times. On 2nd down, the inside handoff to Tucker, and Tyree Wilson closes the hole at the 39. Maybe the 40, so about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 6. It was a big hole initially, and then Tyree Wilson came off of his block and hit him up high.
Jason, that's their RPO. What Baker is reading, he's reading who's going in motion with the receiver, and then if it's open, he can pull it down and throw it, but that time he decided to hand it off.
Sterling Shepard has been the leading receiver today for the Buccaneers, 4 for 63. He's only hit Mike Evans 3 times for 37 yards. Sterling Shepard started off on the left of the formation as the Bucs work left to right. He's now in a trips formation to the right. Mayfield looking right. Throws over the middle. It's low and it's incomplete. Shepard had sat down right at midfield, but Mayfield bounced it to him. Merrick was behind in coverage, and it'll be 4th down.
I love to see opponents frustrated. Mike Evans came off that field, threw his helmet down on the sidelines, mad. He's not getting the catches.
Now, one thing, Link, that we're going to be watching here, Max Crosby came up limping on the last couple of plays, and as he was going to the sideline, his helmet was off before he reached, and the training staff is around him as he is walking with the rest of the defense, although they're letting him go on his own a little bit on the far sideline. Browning will punt it away. Amir Abdullah has been great on returns. It's a high skying punt, but it's short. Abdullah races under it, makes for a fair catch at the 20-yard line. So only 40 on the punt. Punting has been a major issue all year long for the Buccaneers, and it continues to be today. Desmond Ridder, it is his 4th quarter. He'll check in with 14:03 to go, and his team down 4, 14-10. Timeout. You're listening to Raiders football.
Welcome to the new house of Silver and Black, Jack. Boyd Gaming is now a proud partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. And there's one motto: just win, baby. Because with Boyd, every day is game day. And everybody is a fan. Orleans, Suncoast, Fremont, and the Boyd family of casinos. Where the Raiders want to be. Don't let the game get out of hand. For assistance, call 800-522-4700.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy.
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Raider Nation, JT the Brick here. Pizza Hut's original stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. This OG is topped and stuffed with almost 1 pound of cheese. It's the crust that's been converting crust deniers into crust lovers for over 2 decades. At just $13.99, our large original stuffed is topped with your favorite one topping served with hot, delicious melted cheese on top and inside the crust. Now at all Las Vegas Pizza Hut locations, availability charges and minimums vary. Pizza Hut is a proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
This football season, your number one goal is winning. At ABM, our number one goal is keeping you safe through the touchdowns, celebrations, and more. While you cheer on the Las Vegas Raiders and make lasting memories with family and friends, ABM is continuing to do our part by providing elevated janitorial services in Allegiant Stadium. For more information about ABM, contact our team at abm.com.
Health understands that life can be a challenging game and mental wellness is vital to our overall health. It takes courage to admit when we're not okay, even more to reach out. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, call or text 988 or visit strongestplay.com for mental wellness resources. Again, that is strongestplay.com. Desmond Ridder has come on in relief 2 times this year, Cincinnati and Denver. It's going to be his game as Aiden O'Connell is out for the game with a leg injury. First play, handoff up the gut. Sincere McCormick, a little read option, goes for 5. And link for Desmond Ridder because he was with the Falcons, had 17 starts. 2 of his better games with Atlanta came against Tampa Bay in a couple of wins. Had a couple of games against the Bucs where his quarterback rating was over 107. Here in the fourth quarter, he's going to try and have his fourth quarter comeback.
Well, he's in a position to do some big things, and because the Raiders have been able to keep the score close, he has a chance to possibly put them ahead. He just has to take care of the football.
2nd and 5, Raiders on their own 24. Bowers just 1 catch today. He's on the left side of the line. It's a fumble, and Ridder falls on top of it at the 21.
Come on, guys.
Now, remember, Raiders have turned it over twice. Should have been 3 times. Mayweather dropped a pick. The first of those, Link, was a botched snap exchange where O'Connell was under center with Jackson Powers-Johnson. I know you haven't seen a replay yet.
I'm looking for a replay to see who pulled out early, but you can't. This is elementary right now. Quarterback center, quarterback exchange is minor leagues. You got to be better than that. It's the National Football League. Let's go.
So Ridder, who is 16 of 26 passing in his 2 games of relief and a touchdown, is facing a 3rd down and 9. 12:50 to go in the ball game. Raiders 3 of 8 on 3rd down. Here comes a blitz. He's looking to the right. He throws the slant. Myers catches it at the 25, leans forward, and he's close to the first down.
That's a bad spot.
The far guy has him just outside the 29. Like, it was a great throw on the slant. Did Myers get the 30? They marked him shy just over the 29.
You got to punt this.
And they are going to punt this. Now, that is something where replay assists can come in if they say clear evidence to show that he didn't get to the 30.
His knee was down before he got to before the plane. The ball broke the plane at the 30. Yeah, it's a good call.
So Jacoby with 5 catches for 42 yards. He needed 5 for 43 to keep the drive going. And so A.J. Cole will come on to punt it for the 4th time today. He has had really what has been his worst day punting all season. And this is another wobbler in a line drive that bounces at the 30. It goes off Palmer's hand at the 20, but he's on the run. And Sam Webb is down there with the initial hit. And he's tracked down at the 22-yard line. Ramel Keaton, the second man down there to bring him down at the 22. The line drive punt, Link, of 49 yards and just 2 on the return.
The Bucs were playing punt safe at that time, Jason. They weren't trying to get a return. They were trying to make sure the Raiders didn't fake it.
Which they did not. We'll step aside. 11:46 to go in a game that is very drastically slowed down. It is still 14-10. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP.
You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame.
deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, remarkable fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different, and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
Tim Case back inside our Silver and Black studios with the scoreboard update brought to you by Modelo. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Fourth quarter in Minneapolis. Back and forth they go. The Vikings have retaken the lead over the Atlanta Falcons, 28-21. Fourth touchdown pass of the game for Sam Darnold, the second to Jordan Addison. In Philadelphia, the Eagles clinging to a 22-16 lead over the Carolina Panthers. 2-minute warning in Nashville. The Titans with the ball, but they trail the 2-win Jacksonville Jaguars 10-6. Second and 7, though, from the Jacksonville 13. Let's go back out now to Jason Lincoln, guys.
And that's him. That score could be important for a variety of reasons as we head down the stretch. Drafts, positioning, the whole thing. Buccaneers take over under center with Baker Mayfield trying to hand it off to Rachaad White. Bounces through right into the arms. Jonah Laulu stacks him up at the 23-yard line. A lot of penetration there by the Raiders into the backfield. And a gain of just 1 for Rachaad White. You know, Link, the defense, first 2 drives, the Bucs 137 yards on 17 plays. So you do the math, that was 8.1 per play. Just 126 yards in the last 6 drives at 4 yards a play, 3 turnovers, 3 punts.
They've been able to generate pressure on Baker Mayfield. They've been able to get in the backfield and stop the run with gap security. Doing a good job this second half.
Mayfield sends White in motion out to the left to make an empty set. On second down, fires over the middle. Hits off the hands of McMillan at the 35 and goes safely bouncing into the secondary. McMillan had come out of his route trying to dig inside towards the middle, and it hit him off the shoulder pad with Richardson trailing from behind.
Well, Baker had to get rid of this football, and even though McMillan wasn't ready for it, wanted to go back to reliable. This play had been working for them earlier today, hit in the middle of the field.
Raiders have 4 sacks today. They came into the ball game with just 25, 26th in the league. They've picked it up the last few weeks. 3rd down and 9. Can they get another 3rd down stop? They're showing a blitz. They back out of it. Mayfield back to throw. Over the middle. Open Evans. First down at the 40. Hops defender 45. Picking up extra yards. And finally thrown down by Richardson on the Raiders 44. A pickup of 32 yards to Mike Evans, who ran for 15 after the grab over the middle.
It's the same play they ran before on McMillan, coming back to the middle. Double dig route between McMillan and him, Mike Evans. He goes to Mike Evans, gives him the football, yards after the catch.
4 catches for 69 yards for Mike Evans. He needs to average about 96 a game over the last few weeks to reach his 11th straight 1,000-yard season. Already has the record with 10 straight to start a career. Mayfield hands off White, bounces outside near side 40, lowers his shoulder into Trayvon Merrick, who makes the top. Amari Burney, who's playing a lot in this ball game, came over to help Merrick with the tackle, but not before White picked up 7 yards.
Now, Jack Jones can't run inside. He's got to set the edge that time. He ran inside with the receiver, thinking it might be a play-action pass, and got exposed on the outside. That's why it was a 7-yard gain.
Merrick's got 7 tackles today. He's got a tackle for loss. Batted ball at the line. Fumble recovery 2. Mayfield in the backfield, up by 4. Both running backs in the backfield. Hands off to the deep man, Tucker. Bounces outside with blockers. Scores through 30. He's off to the races, 20. Near sideline 10. Lowers the shoulder. And finally brought down inside the 5. Jonah Laulu trailing the play helped out Richardson to save a touchdown, but a 34-yard run for Sean Tucker.
It's the exact same play they ran the play before where he broke contain. Once again, Jack Jones gives up the edge, and there is no one to pull him back in. You've got to seal the time, the edge, so they go back inside where you have help. Going outside, there's no one there.
The Raiders have done such a good job in the second and third quarters against the run, but just like that, Tampa Bay is up to 142 yards rushing. And a 1st and goal with Rachaad White in the backfield. 2 tight ends, handoff up the middle, hole opens, White stays on his feet, through the gut, touchdown Bucs. Rachaad White's got a touchdown through the air, and now one on the ground, and Tampa Bay's offense finally gets in gear, and with 8:47 to go, the Raiders trail by 2 scores again.
They decided they're not even going to try to throw the ball except for that one that went to their main guy, Mike Evans. This has all been Tampa Bay running the football down here, and they ran it in for the score.
So McLaughlin on for the extra point. A very quick drive for Tampa Bay. Couple of explosive plays. One by Mike Evans. One by Sean Tucker. Rachaad White has his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. McLaughlin's extra point is up and sails right through the middle. And so as well as the defense Link had played after the first 2 drives, the offense's inability to take advantage now sees them down by 11 with 8:47 to go.
And then you take it a step further, now that you have Desmond Ridder and a quarterback, how much can you really open up this offense? Being in that situation. You have no choice. You're a backup for a reason.
He's been on the team since before week 8, right? When Aiden O'Connell went down originally with the broken thumb in Los Angeles. They signed Desmond Ridder off the Cardinals practice squad. So he has been with the team for 7 weeks. He's played in a couple of games. We'll see. When he came in against Cincinnati, the game was out of hand.
Right, and my issue becomes Desmond Ridder is more suited for the shotgun in this offense than Aiden O'Connell is more suited for under the center. That's where you kind of have to change up your thinking if you're Scott Turner. Does that make sense? That's what we're looking at right now. And then, look, you got to play from behind. You got to try to catch up. It's not going to be easy. You got to get it done.
Now the Raiders today offensively just 189 yards. That's it. Browning with a kickoff. It is short. End zone to the right. Abdullah on the run. Catches it at the 7 with a head of steam. Out across the 30. Hops through the line. And he takes it out to the 36-yard line, which is where the Raiders will take over with 8:42 to go. It is Desmond Ridder's game. If you're just joining us, Aiden O'Connell was hit. It looked like what should have been whistled for a late hit. The refs did not throw the flag on the sideline as he was getting rid of the football. And as he came down awkwardly, his left leg buckled, and he was taken back to the locker room on a cart with his leg in an air cast. And so it is now Desmond Ridder's ball game, down 11. Raiders take over on their own 35. He's got McCormick to his right. He's had his best game as a pro. Here comes the blitz. He throws over the middle. It's caught. Terrace Marshall was on the ground. He somehow grabbed it at the 41-yard line. Marshall's first catch as a Raider goes for 6 yards, and he's on the ground when he made the grab.
Raiders like, I'm not going to hold on to this football. Here you go. And the hot potato came out of his hands quickly.
It was the right read.
Oh, it was the right read. Absolutely.
Because if Marshall's on his feet, that's a first down throw. Here comes pressure again. Raiders looking right. He's throwing that way. It's high over Myers, and it's into the secondary and picked off. Zion McCollum's got the interception on a ball that was floated way too high, deep into the secondary, and the Bucs might have just sealed this with their 3rd takeaway of the ball game.
Now, Jason, I wasn't sure. Was that going to Myers or was that going to Trey Tucker? Because there was 2 receivers in the area.
I don't know.
I don't know if he caught it either. I think the tip of that ball might have hit the ground.
Well, they've already overturned. Remember, replay has already overturned 1 interception by the Bucs today. And every turnover is
previous
looked at.
Play is under review.
So there you go, Link. That
ball sailed.
There have been some bad throws today.
That ball sailed.
Aiden O'Connell threw a pick. The Raiders were down 14-10 to start the 3rd. The Raiders had a 16-play drive over 10 minutes.
After replay review, the pass hit the ground. Incomplete pass.
Right. Makes sense.
All right, so that is the second interception that has been overturned by replay. But, Link, both of those interceptions were bad throws.
Bad throws. And Desmond Ridder has got to be better than this. You can't take chances. I mean, you have to take chances to get yourself back in the game. But you can't be careless with the football. That could be costly. Yeah, people, hit the run. I know. They don't want to hear it.
No, of course they don't want to hear it. Would you want to hear it? So, Ridder gets some new life. And with 8:08 to go, ball on their own 41, Raiders trying to end an 8-game losing streak. Maybe 4-down territory here with 3rd and 4 on their own 41. Bucs crowding the line. Myers motions out to the right. Ridder gets the snap. Here comes the blitz. Throws over to the middle. He's got his man Bowers off to the races near sideline 40 and finally shoved out of bounds by Merriweather inside the Tampa 35 at the 33. A dart delivered by Ridder, and it goes for 25 yards.
Saw the blitz coming by the Buccaneers. He knew he was going to take a shot. He stood in the pocket and delivered a nice pitch to Brock Bowers, getting down the field extra yards after the catch. He was not going to be brought down easily.
I mean, Merriweather was dragging his arm, and he picked up 7 more yards. Brock Bowers, 2 catches today. The next one will break the NFL record for most grabs ever by a rookie tight end. Ridder back to throw on first down. Pressure up the middle. He's got Michael Mayer. He goes into the hit and falls forward to the 31 outside the numbers on the left. The hit made by Jamel Dean. It picked up 4. 7:20 to go. Raiders are in field goal range. They do need 2 scores.
Can you imagine Vita Vea breathing down your neck as he's breaking through the line of scrimmage? You have to stand in there and deliver a strike.
That's why these guys do this, and I'm up here with you. Shotgun to Ridder. Here comes the blitz again. He stands. He throws. It's deflected. He's got Tucker. Ooh, he was drilled. Merriweather's been all over the field in his first game for the Bucs. Brought him down at the 29. It'll be 3rd down and 5 as we're inside of 7 minutes to go in the ball game.
You got to be in a hurry-up situation. You got to push the envelope here. You need points badly.
Remember, Merriweather's in this ball game too, Link, because of the injury in the first half to Antoine Winfield Jr. Raiders break the huddle. 6:40 to go. They're down 21-10. The ball on the Tampa 29. They work right to left. Late substitution. Tampa's got a extra guy off. They finally get him off the field. They're showing blitz. They got 8 crowd of the line. Here they come. Ridder sees it. Steps up. He looks like he's going to run. Trying to escape the pocket out to the right. Makes a move. Tries to spin. Can't get away. It's that guy again. Kayvon Merriweather. Like I said, all over the field here in the second half. It'll be 4th down, and you think you bring on Carlson, right?
No, 4-down territory.
Well, you're down 11, though. Take the field goal, make it a 1-score game.
You can look at it that way. You can also look at it, we need points in a hurry. So we need to go for this.
I do not get this. I mean, I realize there's nothing to lose, but you try the field goal. You make it a 1-score game. They are not. Now, also the possibility of a hard count. You need 5. Ridder out of the gun. Crowd to its feet. Here comes the blitz. They're going for it. He's looking. He's standing near side. Caught Myers. Breaks a tackle 25. 1 man to beat at the 15. And he spins right into the tackler at the 10-yard line. Forget what I said. Gutsy call and pick up 19. What a catch. Because when Jacoby Myers grabbed it, Link, with a man on his back, he didn't have the first down.
That's exactly right. He was fighting for every yard afterwards, and it was tight coverage. They wanted to take that throw away.
Myers has 6 catches for 61 yards.
They should be hurrying up. They should be going to 2-minute drill basically now.
They do have all 3 timeouts left as we're about to hit the 5-minute mark. Raiders under center. Amir Abdullah is the back. Bowers motions closer to the line on the right side, trying to help with a pitch. Handoff to Abdullah through the middle, and there is Logan Hall to throw him back to the turf at the 8. So they picked up 2. It'll be 2nd down and goal at the 8-yard line. Ball on the left hash mark.
You still have a lot of time, and you have your full load of timeouts, so you don't have to be over rushing. But my feeling is this: from the an 8-yard line, you got to be in a little bit more sense of an urgency there.
Well, and also, Link, this has been Sincere McCormick's game. He's been in the game the whole time, but he is not on the field here late in this ball game. Ridder the snap. He's looking right. Pressure comes. He escapes up the middle. Ritter at the 5, and he slides down. And Vi Jones lands on top of him. Ritter is looking for a flag. He had given himself up, and the man came down. There is no flag. It's 3rd and goal at the 5.
Well, this ref crew has been late with the flags and protecting our quarterbacks all day, so not going to expect any changes now. But you're right, he does have a legitimate call for it.
That being said, Link, if Ritter could get away from Vi Jones, he's going to score.
Right.
He did not do that. He gave himself up. Now, he is the only quarterback left on the roster.
Jacoby Myers, he play quarterback as well.
Brock Bowers, he's done everything else. 3rd down and goal. Inside of 4 minutes, Raiders have to score. Ritter, shotgun, throws it out to the right. It's caught by Abdullah, and he's drilled. Holy smokes, the throw that was split out a little bit too far in front of him. He had to reach out, and now, Link, as they lost 4 yards, they are going to bring the field goal unit on with 3:30 to go in the ball game and a moving clock.
Yeah, it's just like I thought, Jason, when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to keep everything in front of them. They're not going to gamble. They're going to take away those short routes. They know the Raiders want to go check downs or flare routes or arrow routes out of the backfield to the running backs.
So Carlson has been good from 25 yards. This kick will be a 27-yarder on the right hash mark. There's the snap. The kick is put through. And that field goal attempt presented by Smiths, fresh for everyone. Carlson is 2 for 2 today. And the Raiders do make it a one-score game. 3:05 to go. Tampa Bay 21, Las Vegas 13. And we'll keep it right here. Desmond Ritter orchestrated a drive. He made a couple of really good throws. Replay bailed him out because he looked like he was going to throw a pick. He got that back and made a brilliant out route to Jacoby Myers to keep a 4th and 5 and keep that drive going. I do ask you this, though, and again, hindsight's always 20/20, obviously. You never know what the drive's going to end up, but when they went for it on 4th and 5, 5.5 minutes to go, you get the same result, you only get the field goal, and now you have less time.
Well, you're actually just trying to push the envelope. I know it is a gamble, it's a risk, but at this particular junction, what do you have to lose?
Well, if that's the case, though, then why go for it there? Why not go for, if you went for it on 4th and 5 at the 29 with a 45-yard field goal, why not go for it on 4th and goal there at the 9?
Had some time to think about it and say, you know what, let's take the points.
Well, here's the other part. 3:05 to go. You do have all 3 timeouts in the 2-minute warning, and so they are not lining up for an onside kick.
Yeah, because you have to announce it.
Right. And I think this is smart. I mean, this year, onside kicks, 3 for 39 going into the week.
And AP has already said, you know, that he believes in this defense, so you push him back and try to make him work for it.
Yep.
And defense and special teams are the strength of this team.
Well, and we have seen Carlson with the line drive kickoffs to try and make Tampa Bay either get it on the move, angling out of bounds, or try and start at the 20. So we'll see where Carlson is on this one. Now, with those line drive kicks, he was lined up about 5 yards away from the tee at the 35. He moves all the way back to the 25, so he's going to get his full trot into this one. But it is a line drive kick, and it bounces on a move at the 15-yard line, goes through the return man's legs into the end zone, and will go out the back of the end zone for a touchback, but it landed first in the landing zone. So Carlson did his job, so a touchback comes out to the 20 and not the 30.
Learn to work the rules, and they will work for you.
Dallas Flowers could not field that on the hop. 21-13, Tampa Bay in front. Baker Mayfield has had one of his worst games this year. 16 of 27, 222 yards. He does have 2 touchdowns, but he's thrown 2 picks. He's lost a fumble. But all he's trying to do right now is win a 3rd straight game and take sole possession of first place in the NFC South with the Falcons down by 14 in Minnesota.
Heavy personnel for the Buccaneers.
And tight ends both to the right of the line of scrimmage. Mayfield hands it off to Rachaad White, trying to score through the middle. Not a lot of room. He's out to the 22-yard line, and Antonio Pierce takes that first time out. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Buccaneers with 3:01 to go.
Let's see if Baker's going to have to open things up and maybe use those tunnel screens to throw outside to get some space, because the Raiders aren't going to give up anything between the tackles.
Well, you've seen a lot of things in your career, Link, both as a player and as an announcer. When a game gets going 14-0, as one-sided as it was 15 minutes into this game.
A lot of times you have guys quit.
And that didn't happen today.
Not today. Not today.
All ready for play for Tampa Bay. They gave him 3 yards on that first down run. White today, 86 yards on 15 carries. He's got a touchdown on the ground and a touchdown receiving. One tight end each side for Tampa Bay. They fake it to White. Mayfield's going to take a shot down the field. Open man. His tight end Otten breaks a tackle. Streaking sideline 50. He's into the secondary, carrying the defender all the way down to the Raiders' 33-yard line. 44 yards to Cade Otten, who did most of the work himself to pick up those extra 20.
Sell out on the run, Jason, and you're left man-on-man coverage on the outside. And this tight end is something special for Tampa Bay. Cade Otten, as you mentioned, breaking the tackle, running down, picking up 45 yards.
Raiders did not take their second timeout. The Bucs do have to snap it here before the 2-minute warning, but they are in field goal range, Link, which would make it a 2-score game.
That's right.
So the Raiders need to come up with a takeaway. Handoff inside White, bounces it back into the hole and carries the defense down to the 30. Antonio Pierce takes the timeout before the 2-minute warning. So 2:07 to go. The ball will be placed just inside the 30 with the Bucs up 21-13 and the Raiders having one timeout left.
And smart. You call a timeout and save it. You got another one with a 2-minute warning. Just trying to hold on to some time, hoping for a big play. But as you mentioned, with Buccaneers already being in field goal range, you got to play really stout defense.
Now later in the broadcast, we'll announce the player of the game, brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. Calebon Chaison's had a good game today. No question about that. Sincere McCormick, 78 yards on the ground. He's been big. Trayvon Merrick has played well. We'll have that later for you. Right now, 2nd and 7. Raiders defense needs a couple of stops to give Desmond Ridder a chance. Handoff inside. White bounces it out to the left, and he's tripped up by Merrick at the 29, and they burn the timeout before the 2-minute warning, which is smart, Link.
Absolutely.
Because 2:02, even if the Bucs run a play here, the Raiders, if they can get a stop and a missed field goal, will have the entirety of 2 minutes to try and tie this game.
Yeah, well said, well said. Meanwhile, they just showed on the screen that Atlanta had lost to Minnesota, so if the Bucs are able to finally get a win here, they'll take the division.
Yeah, not finished yet, but Minnesota just got the ball back. Yeah, up by 14. Yeah, in that ball game, Sam Darnold 5 touchdown passes, 3 to Jordan Addison and 2 to Justin Jefferson. Yeah, Falcons have gone the wrong way, so we will see a team that has been, well, struggling, to say the least.
Yeah.
Last week it was Kirk Cousins' 4 picks against the Chargers. This week it's poor defense. Raiders have to get a stop. One last play. They get a stop. They'll force the Bucs to make a field goal to make it a 2-score game. They don't, this game will be over. Mayfield brings Shepard in motion. He's going to throw. He sets up the screen, trying to find McMillan, and nobody's home. At the 20, McMillan at the 5, and he will dance into the end zone. The birthday boy with his 2nd touchdown grab of the ball game, and with 1:56 to go, might have just sealed it for Tampa Bay.
Well called screen into the blitz, knowing that you're going to get pressure. You throw the tunnel screen, get rid of the football, and there was no one left. Trayvon Merrick came from the other side. It was an all-out blitz like they ran earlier.
I mean, Jack Jones was 1-on-3 to try and get Jalen McMillan, and he just couldn't make that through.
With the big offensive tackle looking at him.
Yeah. Luke Gedeke in that skull cap made the block, and so McLaughlin on to add the extra point. Low snap, foot down, kick, sails up and through. And so 1:56 to go in the ball game. We have reached the 2-minute warning. Tampa Bay 28, Las Vegas 13. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Nonstop flights from Las Vegas to Provo, Utah, one way for as low as $38. Must be purchased by 1/9/2025 for travel between 12/15/2024 and 2/9/2025. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Enter the Raiders pregame masquerade, a high-energy VIP tailgate with a twist. Enjoy Raiders game days with the mystique of a masquerade, the thrill of a carnival, and the rebellious spirit of a pirate adventure. Surprises are in store. Stimulating Vegas performers, themed games, in-demand musical acts and DJs, treasure hunts, special menus, and much more. Visit RaidersExperiences.com to book this exclusive game day experience. Powered by Confirmed 360.
You don't do anything halfway, and that should include your credit card. The Wonder Card from Credit One Bank is your play hard travel card. For traveling to Raiders games or anywhere else. The Credit One Bank Wonder Card. Serious rewards for serious fans. Visit CreditOneBankTravel.com. Terms apply.
Rahan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Call Naqvi at 702-INJURED.
Well, fans starting to leave for the exits. And the Buccaneers faithful, although for them, certainly not something to celebrate the second and third quarters. Different story here in the fourth. The Bucs have bookended this game with 14 points in the quarters, first and fourth. 28-13, they have the lead. And for the Raiders here, Link, you know, since the bye, this has kind of been what it's looked like. Last week, the Raiders had a legitimate shot to get the field goal because of the lost snap. But the Dolphins game, the Broncos game, and today, the Raiders have been right there competing all the way to the end in a game that was one score for the most part, but just not enough and too many mistakes down the stretch, and they wound up losing.
Well, I've said all of the season that the strength of this team is its defense and special teams. Offense has been a work in progress. It's still learning about that offense, but it's really hard to generate any amount of consistency when you've interchanged the offensive line and you've also interchanged the quarterback several times.
Yeah, Browning's kickoff goes into the end zone. Abdullah takes his left knee. So out to the 30 for Desmond Ridder. We pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football. You know, an interesting development too, Link, Chris, as for the Raiders, with Aiden O'Connell being carted off with an air cast on his leg. Assuming it is Desmond Ridder next week for the Raiders, it will be against his old team on Monday Night Football, the Falcons, who traded him because they signed Kirk Cousins and drafted Michael Penix. Ridder back to throw, leaves it over the middle. It's caught Michael Mayer, and he's drilled in the midsection right on the left hash mark. Tavier Thomas made the stop. Mayer has 5 catches. That's going for 6 yards.
Emergency, you know, piggyback that comment, you're playing against my old team, too. I used to play there.
Right, I forgot about that, yeah. I mean, I know how much despise you have for the Falcons.
You already know.
Yeah, Ridder, deep drop. Hit as he throws. He's got Jacoby Myers at the 40, trying to spin out of a tackle and cannot. He's got the first down inside the numbers to the right at the 41. Jacoby's got 7 catches for 68 yards today. Raiders don't have any timeouts left. 1:20 moving clock, down 2 touchdowns. Go and hurry up here. Brock Bowers, slot to the left. Ridder looking that way. Can't find anybody. Leaves it short. It was behind Mayer, and he drops it.
Ridder's taking some shots.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate when a quarterback has to sit back in the pocket and they're just teeing back their ears and rushing all out. It's what these defensive linemen and defensive ends salivate over.
Yeah. Yeah, he was looking for Michael Mayer, who was laid out of the backfield. He stayed in to block and then had a late release. Well, Aiden O'Connell today was 11 of 19 for 104 and a pick. He also fumbled a exchange after the Raiders had gotten a takeaway from Baker Mayfield on the Bucs 35-yard line. The very next play was a lost fumble. Ridder to throw. He's hit again. He dumps it to Mayer. Nice grab. He's off balance and made it with one hand. He brought it in like a basketball player posting up. He picked up 9. It'll be 3rd down and short right near midfield. Michael Mayer has got 6 catches. So a career high for the second-year pro out of Notre Dame. The Ridder's back to throw again. They're going fast near side. Bad throw into coverage. He was watching Brock Bowers the whole way. And Tyke Smith, who had an interception in this game on Brock Bowers, was right there. And, you know, that's teammates, right? Yep. One Georgia rookie against the other Georgia rookie. Those guys went after each other for 3 or 4 years in Athens.
And now you have the responsibility, knowing that you've got a hot tight end and coming in the game, and you have to defend against him. You're only looking for him. That's the only thing that you're concerned about.
Brock Bowers came into this game the NFL's leader in catches with 84. Has just 2 today for 37. Both have been impressive. But just 2 catches. 4th down. Last gasp for the Raiders. Ritter over the middle. He's got Mayer at the 45. Ooh, takes another shot. Bounced off Merriweather right into Tavier Thomas, who laid him right in the midsection. But they do pick up the 1st down on the Bucs' 43-yard line.
Running those stop and hitch routes to Mayer, allowing Brock Bowers not taking those hits from those linebackers and safeties.
Down to 30 seconds. Ritter going again. He pumps. He dumps it out of the backfield, and it's over the head of Amir Abdullah. Might have been deflected at the line by C.J. Brewer. It'll be 2nd down with 27 seconds to go.
Yeah, it looked like he was indecisive when he released that ball, Jason.
Yeah.
Didn't know where he really wanted to go. This is around the time that Bowles is going to dial up some pressure, but they still want to keep everything in front of them.
But to your point, Lee, I mean, you're giving up 10, 12 yards. You can't lose. Raiders don't have any timeouts. There's 27 seconds to go, and the Bucs up by 15. Again, this 3rd quarter started. Raiders were down 14-10. They opened up the 3rd quarter with a 10-minute drive, but a Tyke Smith interception at the 7-yard line ended that without points. Ritter back to throw. He steps up into the pocket. He's got Bowers over the middle, and he takes it down to the 30. That catch for Brock Bowers, not going to change the outcome of this game, but it's a record setter for the rookie. His 87th catch this year, an NFL record by a rookie tight end. Ritter back to throw. Final 10 seconds. Out route incomplete. Myers was heading down the sideline to the end zone. And with 5 seconds to go, maybe one final play here for the Raiders.
That's right. Everybody runs to the end zone. Jump ball.
Ritter looking over to the sideline in relief of Aiden O'Connell. He is 12 of 17 here in the 4th quarter for 101 yards. He's made some good throws, made some bad ones.
Yeah.
We'll see what we've got here on these Hail Mary as the Bucs have 7 players backing up into the shade and the sunshine in the end zone to our left. As Ritter takes the snap, he's backing up, he's angling to the left, he throws for Myers over his head, incomplete on the near sideline, and that is how this game will come to an end. The Raiders had a good effort, but they are going to fall short for a 9th consecutive game, Link, and they fall to 2-11 on the season. They have lost a 2nd quarterback on the season, and we will head to Monday Night Football next week back in Vegas on a 9-game losing streak with the Falcons coming to town.
You're going to need every day, every little minute, the moment that you can to try to heal your guys up, because right now you've seen the injuries starting to pile up.
Yep.